Start streaming. I have started streaming.
Oh,
Oh?
you've started streaming.
Yeah. Oh?
You've started streaming.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's loop time, 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 loop time. Okay. Everyone, it is time for Zelda now. I'm probably finishing the first quest and then starting the second? Unless I can't beat the final dungeon in 2.5-ish hours? Wow. You won't believe what happens next. Click through. They should hire me. I don't know who they is in this context, but they should. Oh, a person was banned from the venue, but thought they had already been banned, but then they came back and now they're banned again. If that was... Yeah. I don't think I quite get the whole story, but I also don't think Maid does. I just forgot where I keep things. Where did I literally just blanked and I forget where my oh, is it under document? Okay. Yeah, okay. I just forgot where my emulator is.
What?
I was looking for my NES that I kept. I couldn't find it. Hi, Box.
Hi, Box.
I added Heelys? Oh no.
Damn it, Heelys! Change your name. Not for Heelys. For him at all.
Oh, it's life potion and second potion, huh? Magical sword. Oh no. Some people will tell you this stream is only for Heelys, but they're wrong.
Box is wrong.
Oops.
Don't do that! You ruined it!
Oh no!
You ruined the fucking vibes!
I ruined the vibes. This microphone is not... Oh, no wonder it's better. There we go. It's slightly pried out of the thing. I need to replace
That thing's for me. I'm staring at it and getting ideas. And now I'm looking at nothing.
Yeah, okay. Like Agent. Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units Link to save her. All of treasures. Rank 64.
You got A keys.
Wait, why are you... Why is this... Hold on. Every time I hit start, it's pausing the NES. That has not happened before. And then I need to hit...
What are you doing?
I don't know. Why did it change? What's happening? I don't need a... I know what's happening. It's fucking Steam.
Steam.
God damn it. Steam is doing its Yeah, okay. It was Steam handling controller input. Mostly, kind of cool how they handle that for you really well, but man, it is greedy.
Hi, Lion Key.
The almighty Lion Key. I feel like I should get another potion. Unless that is the second potion, but I don't think it is.
No, the second potion is red.
Thought so.
Only you had discovered a medicinal shop somewhere.
Oh, was there one right there? But I only know where one fairy fountain is offhand, and I want to get to that, so...
You could just drink your potion, and then buy a red potion.
That's... true, I guess. Because it do full heal.
Could have gotten hit a bunch more.
Sorry.
Ooh, and then I disappear.
I wonder what the fastest way to get there is. Probably not by just walking. Probably by teleporting.
Anyone you want.
I think all of those teleports take me to, like, the lower right part of the map, though. That's not true. One of them's upper left, isn't it? Hi, Callie. Hi, large cat. Ow. Ow.
Hi, Callie. Hi, Big the cat.
Oh. Froggy.
I'm looking for Froggy. You seen him? I'm going to sit on Callie until I find Froggy.
I think it's this way. The spectacle rock. It is. Nice, that's what I wanted.
Entrance to death.
Entrance to death. Alright, so... Right, I've been trying to...
Did we reveal Froggy? And trying...
I have the map.
Driving yourself mad.
I have been a little bit. I kind of don't remember everything I tried, but I feel like I tried everything I could think of to try.
And then I guess you'll have to think of something different.
I suppose so.
We did it!
I assume that if you don't have all the rest of the Triforce, you can't open those doors. So I want to get to either... Let me think. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay, there's 2 spots, 2 rooms on the top of the skull I can't get to, and 2 rooms underneath the left eye I can't get to. And I feel like I've bombed the walls around all of those. So I need to find...
If only you knew another way but destruction.
I don't know.
Hi, Boots!
Boots!
Hi,
Hoots!
Boots! Have you seen Froggy? Master of Movement!
Oh god, right. I kind of forgot.
My own method against me like I'm some sort of non-master of movement.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see a way out of that one. Fuck. I didn't have my sword yet, so I just looked intently at its back. Ow!
I feel someone looking at my back.
Okay, well, here go. Stop chasing me!
No!
Ah!
We love it!
You and
We love chasing it! We love it!
You don't.
I do!
So this... Oh, well, I don't know what it takes me yet. Can't believe Boots individually said hello to everybody. How
I
nice.
can't believe Boots individually rapped everybody.
Okay, so that intro area just kind of wraps around on itself. I should probably check that out more thoroughly. Check the intro loop, so to speak.
Intro web.
Precisely.
In the fun room.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. Unless there was something to be gained there, a secret block to push. Have another quick look. I don't think so. Rooms like that have never had a pushable block. I wouldn't expect there to be one. Ow. Ow.
You got red tape.
Wow. Ow.
Ow, ow. Wow, ow, brown cow.
No. Okay. I thought I'd try that. On account of it seeming like something I could try.
Well, now you need to kill 9 enemies, and then kill the 10th without getting hit, and then kill the 10th enemy with a bomb. And you'll get more bombs.
Ow. What did you do? Okay.
I like how even in the entrance to death,
Alright.
you're just an old man. Just like, I'm here to yell at you. I'm an old man.
I'm deaf. Go in my entrance. I'm deaf. Where to next? Not quite sure. Let's see, I'm here. I feel like that top right room. Did I find anything there that... Or is that room that... Did it feel weird to me that it was like that? Also, I blocked my path. That's fine. Oh yeah, this room. That just... Might have had a boss in it.
Well, they're always doing great.
Go to the next room. Right, no, this had a...
Because they are Dway.
I don't know why I did that. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, you show me a Dwight that's not doing great, and I show you a Dwight that's being interfered with by terrible humans.
Mm-hmm.
Which would not happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, a terrible stoat might knock a certain Dwag off a certain computer monitor.
I don't think that happens.
Right, of course. You just step off of your own accord. Okay, so now I'm here. What's down here? Why is this room like this?
It's down here.
Ow! Oh, there's these guys. Ah! Jesus! Wow. Well, fuck you too, guy. I'm worried that's gonna hit me if I go through there. Yeah. My strobes are covered with asbestos. Oh, this takes me here. And then I think I had to go back the one-way way. Where did this go? Hi, Gigi. And I did this, surely.
I'm a problem.
She's a problem. What's up there? What's up there?
You are.
Here I am. No, I thought one of those would be my 10th. Oh, they weren't. What? One of those was my 10th, wasn't it? Without getting hit? Humph. Ah, well. That didn't work. I just wasted a bunch of bombs. Yeah, I can hear the roar, which means that it's like in the room to the left of where I am. What good does that do me? I feel like I need stairs to get there. There's... Masters of movement. Also, oh, window open. Ah, that's nicer. Then up, and I bombed these walls. I did, shortly. I remember doing it. Thank you. Right, there's this loop. I kind of hate that you can't get off the ladder going down if you get on it like going right.
Well, that's not how it goes. That's not how it works.
But it's right there. I'm walking on thing. There are fires in one room in this dungeon, if I remember correctly. Ow, that was really stupid.
Yeah.
Ow! I can't keep track of their movement. It's too good.
Yeah, they're masters of it. Well... Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Right.
Oh, got a bomb.
I did. And a heart, and it kind of looked goofy together. Ow. Did I not do that? I don't remember doing that.
You've never fought these keys before, have you?
I don't remember there being a staircase underneath. Oh. Oh, it's a way... Wait, no, you're right. You're right!
You're stupid.
Ow, what? I thought I was under that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a problem in a moment. Also, always.
How would you even get into it?
How'd you even get into a room like that? Good thing I had one bomb. Actually, I had 9, I guess. I don't know when I picked up that many. Hey, but hey! I found it! I think.
What do these do? What do these things do? Where do these stairs go?
Whose footprints?
Stairs go?
I think I'd gone through that room and just assumed that I had done that one. I don't know. I mean, I definitely know that 2 blocks in that pattern means there's... you should push one. That's all the... Okay, well that wasn't necessary, Bubble. You can even do damage.
Do it again.
I guess so. Yeah. There. Ah! Oh. Whoa, doesn't like that. Man, the pseudo 3D on that is so cool. The way that they just have the optical illusion. It's really good. I can still fight ya! I gotcha! Here I come! Oh. Oh! It's him! Oh, where'd he go? Huh. I mean, I could... Wait, oh, that thing spawned on me. Huh, wait. What do I do? I have a couple ideas, but one of them involves me leaving the dungeon. Ow.
Well, maybe try being good.
Fuck.
You haven't even mastered the art of very quickly opening the menu.
Does it hurt to touch that? No. Wait. Yes?
Only...
Oof.
I mean,
Well,
when
that's...
fireballs come out of them, yes.
Do I need to get a magic shield to reflect those? Because that would be a lot of rupees. Rip to Frank 64, but I think Frank 65 has it in him. I'm a big believer in Frank 65.
Enough.
Oh, there's 2 of you, fucker. I don't even have enough for that.
Enough for half.
I don't want to buy half.
You want to buy a life potion? You'd rather buy a second potion?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
Getting fucking wrecked by an Octorock is great.
Oh, GG, this is a problem for me.
I'm here now.
Oh, this is where I want to be. It's just like right here.
Wow, look at all these chords. And look at this.
Damn it.
I can hate you, Gigi.
I love microphone. I love being in the way. Oh, I didn't really mean to do that.
No, carry the mumbling away. Oh no, what? Ah! It's a good thing that Bible didn't burn the bomb.
Ah.
Well, that's because she's a mouse creep.
Gigi is sitting on my mouse pad, which, from where I'm sitting for streaming, means she is covering like the bright fifth of my screen. I'm not wandering anywhere in specific, I'm trying to get some rupees. But that's probably not the best way to get rupees. What is the best way to get rupees?
Maybe you, in order to play the game, you need to play the money-making game, make money.
I could play the money-making game. Yeah, if I get hit anywhere on the screen, it's Gigi's fault.
That's
I think that's what Box said. I can only read the left side of Box's message, so I have to guess.
Wait, but that's where the clarification is.
Crazy. What a crazy world, huh?
Huh?
What? A really fun thing about having Gigi is you can just kind of blame everything on Gigi.
It's probably her fault.
Yeah, like it's really convenient that you know who did something bad. It's Gigi. Oh, okay, well, sure. The shield's like 100 and something. Ugh. That sucks. I don't even know if it... I hate it because it's so much, and I don't even know if it's what I actually need. I guess I should try other things first.
Try.
Oh,
What if
wait,
you
wait.
just ran around doing nothing and got hit until you died? How about that?
That could work. Let me just... right here. It's 160. Jeez.
Try something, will ya?
Yeah, and this thing, there are... No matter... I think even if I do the perfect path, there's like in the room like before.
Mm-hmm.
So... That sucks. Like that sucks.
I think that you could blame... I think that that is more reason for why you could blame them.
Yeah, Gigi's large.
Gigi is large.
She's very long, so that makes more problems.
And just fucking exuding fur.
There's so much.
Yeah, you know what? Gigi hates the vacuum. Well, the vacuum hates Gigi, too.
That's true, actually.
I'm participating.
We're all here, so I'm here. I knocked the microphone askew, so it's also blocking the screen.
What are you doing?
What?
Where you going?
I'm trying to get to a dungeon that's closer to where I want to be. Oh, right. Yeah. I know it won't take me to the actual place, because I have not beaten level 9, so it won't take me to level 9. But it will take me here, and I don't quite remember where here is, but it's up.
Up, up, up.
It's only up.
Go up, up.
Oh, I see.
Mountain ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, You can't blame your cats because you live in fear of them. I understand. It's impossible to fear Gigi.
Yeah, no. There's a level of... There's just nothing unpredictable about her.
Mm-hmm.
Anything she does, you can go look at her and just go, yeah, of course you did, Gigi. And it's correct.
I haven't heard anything about Ganon. Like, no one told me, hey, Ganon has a weakness. Is it in the manual? I don't think so. Ow.
I hope you were paying attention to the margins of the manual.
Should I have been?
For the secret code.
I don't think that's real. I think you're talking about Tunic again. But also, Gigi, you're in the way. Thank you. She tried to attack me from under herself.
Under.
Zelda 1 manual. This is mine.
I'm unpleasant. Leg. You didn't remember the leg, did ya?
Right. Even Ganon has his weak points. Some friendly character in the game is sure to tell Link about it. Fuck. Did anybody tell me anything about Ganon's weak point? I don't remember that happening. Link has collected the 8 fragments and completed the Triforce of Wisdom. Now he's ready to fight Ganon in the depths of Death Mountain. What is Ganon? What's Ganon like? Nobody knows. Nobody has lived to tell the tale. Link's no match for Ganon and his might. Whatever attack Link uses, Ganon just repels him, but Link could only use the magical... But if Link could only use the magical sword and some other object, he'll manage to topple the mighty Ganon. Other object? What's that?
And I love it when I love it when the manual gets sassy. Oh, yep, Boxer, you gotta complete Ganon's evil test, which is in the back of the manual.
Well... yeah, I need to replace this stupid arm already.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to fix it so many goddamn times if you went for Gigi.
That's true.
God, you horrible... You're in the way!
Ah! Well, that worked. I did sit on my controller. She wasn't really... God. It's just all over sometimes.
Go away, go away, go away!
Ah. Jesus. So, it could be the magic shield, but I feel like I want to try all my other items again. Now that I'm a little more prepared. And I'll probably fucking beef it. But the alternative is grinding for so much fucking rupees. Okay, what's the fastest way? I know this. Oh, I don't want the... I will accidentally use the medicine if it's in my use slot.
Well, he's the Jolty on the Let's Plays, so yeah.
I've heard that phrase, and I don't think I know any... I don't remember anything else about this.
Jeez, I'll fix that later.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it, anybody.
We have to do that a lot for each other.
I have to do it for things I'm really surprised by, honestly.
Yeah.
Like episodes of the F+.
I've never heard of it.
Jesus. Just had no fucking idea at all why people talked about Garfield.
No. I just thought Garfield was inherently funny, because we're all big fans of Jim Davis and his excellent creation. I didn't think that. I knew it was something. Okay, hold on. Now I need to think, how do I get... I need to get bottom left, and then there. And I think the best way to do that is to go right from here?
I think I have to go through even more old episodes of the F+ to make sure. Okay, did you hear this one? Really?
There's also going to be ones I did here, but, like, I kind of had a decade of really bad brains.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm not going to remember all of that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was trying to convey to him. Lover and Fighter Man.
Go to the next room.
And also, Amako!
Shit, you weren't the one that was almost dead.
The master of the movement. Can't tell which one we are because we move so masterfully.
Yeah, that's roughly correct. You're gonna push from the center. Can't push from the edge of the block. That's ridiculous. These keys always come back. Ah, we're here! Oh. Okay, now I need...
Forgot that you had a magic book. Look out for all the keys.
And then... I think it's the top left corner of this little loop? I think means I need to go to the left here. Ugh. Which means you do need to fight these lights. So if I do need the magic shield, fuck. But it's shooting magical orb at me. And like the traditional way you fight Ganon is by hitting magic orbs back, but you can't do that with your sword in this game. I tried there just in case. It didn't seem to do anything. But also it's just not how it's worked, so I didn't really expect that to work. Oh, okay.
You like moonwalks.
Really? Not anymore.
I guess I bet that I didn't waste my life.
You might have. I mean, was your plan to give me bombs while trying to also kill me? That's a weird plan. I don't think whether I get bombs or not really...
Give me 100 rupees and I give you a bunch.
Oh, that person.
Just go to the...
Ow. Ow. Perfect. And then more likes.
Best.
I'm gonna hit you into the like. Oh, you don't even have your shield. Whatever, I'm practicing. Boom.
Ooh!
So, okay. Just gonna do this. You never know. Ow! They just spawn on you. It's so mean.
That's right. I am still single.
There's a pattern. Whoa, that's so much damage.
You did run directly into Ganon.
I did. I did, and it was 2 hits. I was still surprised. Okay, so I figured that out. There's a pattern. I need to hit him. But now I need to get more health. Or do I? Can I just go with this? Maybe I can just go with this.
Box says, but you did something.
There's not a fairy fountain near here, is there? You guys drop health, I think. I think they tend to drop a lot of health.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, which, if I'm genuinely, it would be faster to walk across the map and touch a fairy fountain than deal with that shit.
I also wish Frank had the red ring.
Oh, I never found the red ring, did I? It's supposed to be in this dungeon, isn't it? Wait, isn't it? I kind of forgot about that. It says it's there in the manual. It says Death Mountain, and then there's a bunch of the red ring is right there.
Yeah, and as I said last time, the guy that's like Patra has the map says just not anything. He actually is supposed to say, "Have you found the red ring?"
I haven't.
Which is supposed to remind you, is an in-game reminder that there's another ring that exists that you could potentially find in the dungeon.
Yeah, and I kind of assumed that I would find it in the process of discovering how to get into the remaining rooms, but I didn't. Crap, that could be anywhere then. Where am I fighting these guys?
Callie, I want you to experience my pain. Try giving him a hint. Don't make it too obvious, he'll be offended.
I tried the wrapping it in a towel method, Boots. It did not fix it. My Xbox 360 had a really distinctive scratch on it, I think pretty much from shipping. And I remember that I sent it in after its first red ring, which also had eaten a disc, by which I mean it had scratched a half-inch thick ring around the edge of a disc.
My old roommates had a 360 that just never died.
Well, mine ate Ninja Gaiden 3, and then I decided I didn't like Ninja Gaiden 3 that much ultimately, and I never really went back to it.
A unique scar, a troubled teenager's Xbox 360 with a dark history. You should have tried covering up the red ring with your left hand.
but sorry, the other half of that story is I sent it in for repairs because they were giving free repairs, and they sent me a note back after like 2 weeks saying we couldn't fix it, so we're sending you a new system, and I got a system with the same scratch on it.
Oh, it's the new system.
I'm like, wow, you scratched it in the same spot and everything.
Wow.
Wow. I don't believe you.
Nobody sent you a new system.
I don't think you did. It did work for another 4 to 6 months or so. And
well
then
as we sent you a new one.
I don't remember what I did. I can't remember if I gave up on it at that point or if I sent it in and then by the time I got it back, I was just done playing Xbox 360 games. I think it might be the second. I think I sent it in again.
But how
and by the
you
time
have been done playing Xbox 360 games, you hadn't played Eternal Sonata.
Well, I had been playing TF2 on my Xbox 360, and it became abundantly clear that it was never going to get more updates anymore. And the PC version was getting the Pyro update, or had just gotten the Pyro update, and I was like,
why were you doing it?
I'm gonna switch over.
You were part of the problem.
Oh, in terms of consolification of shooters?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't play that many shooters at that time. I just think I did not really intend. I didn't really like the idea of playing all these games on the next room. Oh right, I'm looking for the ring, so I shouldn't go that way. I was going down. But honestly, I bought the orange box, which for anyone, I guess,
sorry, no, Callie is absolutely right. The story of Frank's 360 is a better story than Harry Potter. It's a lot less cliched, and there's a lot less bigotry.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't count me out on the bigotry front.
You weren't being backed by the
No, I wasn't.
MPI yet. Come on.
Just, they weren't returning my calls yet. I wasn't a big name streamer like I am today. It's a weird room. What's the point of this room? Ow! Fucking great movement. I'm not gonna pretend.
Yeah, no, that was all. Oh my god, yeah, those were always the fucking worst. Anything that required you to have any. I mean, they still are. Anything that requires you to have a feedback rating average above a certain number is honestly just, it's...
I mean, it's designed so they can fire whoever they want. Whenever.
Exactly!
That's the only...
And it's to exert control.
Yeah, it's like, because
like most rules in a thing, it's just to exert control over you, to make you not, to dispirit you and, like, leave you unable to, like, feel comfortable at any point in time. Because our bosses are evil. Jobs are evil. They are designed to make us unhappy.
Ah! I yelled.
All I needed to do was talk about the,
Oh, jeez.
All I needed to do was talk about the inherent treachery of employment.
I found a place.
By design. It's been by design since the 1800s. They are literally using the same book. Which was a book on how to trick poor people into killing themselves.
I'm red.
You're red!
I found it.
You found it! You're gonna take and now you're red on the thing, which it makes the compass
Oh,
confusing.
that's so much... Well, I actually like that more. I found it more confusing with the white, fish bluish thing.
With the link, with the light blue too. That you apparently didn't realize was a reference to this when in Smash Brothers.
Not particularly, no. Okay, wait. Now okay, yeah, I go up.
I mean, Boots, all companies are awful and deserve to be closed. A positive experience is relative. Like, the inherent power dynamic is there regardless. I could not work at any job because of my disability. Because they refuse to change the way that they run things. Jobs refuse to change the structure of what jobs are.
Wow, my foe. Thank you, Callie. It's me. You thought I wouldn't find it, right?
I mean, bots. He's single.
Yeah. Conglomerate.
They are a conglomerate.
Is that your version of Microsoft with a money sign on the S?
Oh, hell yeah, I hope it is! Oh, shit. Well, first off, Gaijin, that's not human Ganon, it's Ganondorf.
Thank you! Headed for Ganon over here.
Who's, like, not a... And, like, humans don't exist. They're You're thinking of Hylians, which are more like elves. And Gerudo, thank you very much.
Actually, no, I do want to go left.
Banon Yeah, no, he's from Final Fantasy VI. How dare you? And I think I don't think you weren't able to name Bannon, but I think we would have named. No, wait. Boots was Edgar? Yeah. And Boots, that's right. You were Edgar, Boots, and Frank was Saban.
Ah, I should not go in like that.
You were Edgar Boots. Hi, Shy. Hi, Zelda.
Hi, Chai.
Hi, Fnac. No, I think you can call Frank Fnac.
Oh, my true name. Ow, fuck. Fuck. Fnac. Ah! Jeez, that room's the worst.
Maybe you were Master Movement.
I'm not.
Steve, yeah, you did raise Steve Cannon above. I wish I had taken the time that I had to talk to Ursula Le Guin and, like, really, like, took advantage of it. I feel like she and I would have understood each other a lot. Based solely on the fact that she understands. Don't fucking kill a dragon. That's stupid.
Is this a different pattern? It is. What the fuck?
Haha. It's like shooting where you'll be.
Well, where you're shooting from is different, too.
Because he goes where he wants. The master movement.
No, he's not.
You took significantly less damage.
I did. I immediately paused to use the medicine. I was like, I guess I shouldn't yet. Ow. Right. Fuck. Nope. Ow. Yeah, that didn't work.
Yes.
Oh. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll never. Oh wait, I didn't. I bet I need to use a different thing. The arrow? Uh-oh. Ha-ha!
Now step into the blood dust.
You fucking exploded. Ah! Can I go in the...
No.
Oh, that's a weird thing to do, but sure!
Hi, lady.
Hi, I'm the...
Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. Link, you're great!
Now how about that kiss? Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story.
Miahan. Definitely not Miyamoto.
Miahan, yeah.
And 1010.
Hi, 1010. Another quest will start from here. Press the start button. Hey, here's the Triforce of Power and a pile of gifts. Why?
Link, you're great!
Wow, look
Look at all these guts! Hey!
Link, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
National Kiss a Hero Day?
Never mind. Link, I saw inside your room. There was nothing there.
Boots, I very much appreciate that, but also I still do think every once in a while through my head goes, bitch, I got no hands! Bitch, I got no hands! From that time that I heard it that way.
You're welcome, Box.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
Second
I love.
Should I save over my existing one, or...? That's good?
Look, you got the sword.
I do have the sword. Well, now I have no sword. It's dangerous to go alone.
Oh yeah, how terrible, Boots. I surely, have never done that.
So now do it start all over, but second quest?
Gosh, maybe, I guess you better just go straight to level 1. It'll be everything you said. Buy something, will ya?
I won't. I have a place to go. Level 1. I guess.
Yeah, but what about it's dangerous to go alone? Take this. Or what about, want to play money-making game? Or it's a secret to everybody. Yeah?
That's a classic one.
And it's said by a mole. Guys, it's just gonna, I mean...
Oh boy. You should have dropped a heart. Level
1.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna die immediately. That's fine.
Take this! It's no use! How about this? Take this!
Oh, bombs.
This'll end it! Not now.
Okay.
I
Wait.
wish I could go up.
We're big Sonic fans here.
Oh my god, I've played that fucking game so many times. Like, almost 4. And every time I get a little better at it and my soul dies.
I think in terms of like a ratio of how much they hate Sonic versus how many times they played Sonic 06, Shell might have like the most brutal ratio of all time. There's people who've played Sonic 06 more, but they all like Sonic a lot.
I fucking hate Sonic.
The compass.
Sonic has stunted the world in a way that I can't express on a single stream.
I have a little boomerang guys. I'm trying to go across.
Yuji Naka and Nomura.
They should make a game together.
Jesus Christ, they should!
It would be so fucking perfect.
It would be fucking perfect. Excuse me, Callie. what everybody always misremembers about that is, one, at least kisses Sonic. Two, Sonic's dead at the time. Sonic is fucking dead. And she kisses him. And also the Chaos Emeralds bring him back to life.
And if I hadn't killed those keys first...
Welcome to the E dungeon.
Why is it an E? I thought it was like a little snack. Like a little cobra standing up, be like, yeah. Well,
It's the Eagle dungeon.
the Eagle dungeon?
Yeah, remember? First dungeon was the Eagle dungeon.
Oh, yeah. But did it look like that?
An E?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
And then she fucking has to blow out a candle that makes them forget that they met each other.
Wait. But... Bah!
Bombing a wall isn't working!
I don't understand. I can't push these blocks. I don't understand.
You were supposed to just replay the game.
Thanks, Boots. Even though that's a joke for Boots. Still thanking you. Beep, 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 beep.
Is that a joke for Boots?
Yes.
Oh, what is it?
It's, Boots could probably explain it better, but it is a humorously composed piece of music intended to be unplayable by people. But fed into a... yeah.
You gotta start thinking in second
Ow.
quest now, Frank.
Are there new puzzle rules? I guess the nice thing is when I die, I respawn with full health. So that's cool. This room didn't give
Wow,
me shit.
Boots, that sure did clear things up for me.
Well. But people used sheet, like, composing software that will, like, play it in MIDI form as you compose to compose a thing that was... many things that are impossible for humans to play. Often to make interesting images while still trying to make something that kind of sounds like a song. But also, like, the composition itself where the notes are an image. And then Rashi was a very popular one of those.
Just make
I don't think I pushed all of
Just
these
make
over.
ASCII music.
And then it became a meme in many places. Like, people would make impossible DDR step charts. So it's very popular in, like, music game communities. As a joke.
Because Boots memes.
Oh, I didn't go in this room. Right. It was on my map, but I didn't go in it.
Second quest.
Second quest! Ow. Squest. I don't have a key.
You don't even have an almighty key. Keyless.
Uh-oh.
Wall master.
Ah, no! I want to...
There's two of us.
Wait. If I want to kill all the hands to see if it drops it... That's what I want to do, is I want to kill all the hands to see if it drops a key, but I just press it off screen. Does this I don't actually know if the timer ever unfreezes.
It doesn't.
Does it just never? Well... I've always killed everybody and moved on. Without, like, waiting an eternity. Oh, they're up there. Well.
Put the blame on me.
Oh, I need to get close to the wall for them to come out. I don't think I realized that.
Blame on me.
Aha!
Yeah, you done burnt yourself.
Oh, right. I don't know why I thought I would block that. These are the worst. Ah!
Goritya.
So, this way. Yes.
Hey, Box, you know exactly that vibe. Annie's been chilling with them. Ba-boom! Oh god, they both watch TV. Oh god.
Not a lot of people watch TV.
No, they don't! Shut up!
I hate to tell you this, but it's normal to watch TV shows.
No, it's not! You're right, Chai. I am special and cool.
You really are laughing because they're all the same.
You know? Okay, you don't have to tell them how we talk when we're off stream. Come on.
I found out what Young Sheldon was on an airplane like this. Well, not this year. It was
And he
within
told
the past
me
year.
about it, and we were both so just baffled.
Like, obviously, we'd heard
It's
of...
like the Wonder Years.
Yeah, like, we'd heard of Young Sheldon. We knew that existed. Obviously.
It's like fucking melancholy.
Yeah, like, it's still jokes, but, like, it's melancholy and has ongoing plot lines. I watched it over someone's shoulder in an airplane, to be clear.
I've watched several movies like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how I watched Despicable Me 3.
I think I watched the end of one season, the beginning of another, so I got the big plot line where they're moving out of town, and now I actually forget the like, emotional hook there.
Yeah, yes, I think that we did discover that while we were talking about it.
I can't look at the chat right now.
Wait! Chai... I don't think I knew that!
Wait, I think I did know that! In the process of looking up Young Sheldon afterwards...
No, That's So Raven is a spin-off of Cheers.
Oh, I did not know that. No, I glossed over that entirely.
Oh! It's a Cosby Show spin-off.
Huh. Yeah, Frasier is a Cheers spin-off.
Yes.
I know almost nothing about that, Sir Raven.
Oh, you're making a joke.
Okay. I'm willing to believe it.
Okay, Chai. It's okay, Chai. It's just really hard to tell sometimes because you fade in and out of Jokumsville in the same tone.
And also, like, you will make jokes about things that are hypothetically obscure, but in a sphere we're not into, so I would have no frame of reference. Ah! Just ran forward on that one, I guess.
That's right, Chai. Your jokes are just like my jokes.
Okay.
When I tell jokes to Heath about Homestar Runner.
Do I need to go find heart pieces on the overworld? This is kind of brutal. I want to give it at least one more shot, and then maybe I will wander the overworld and try and find heart pieces. They're probably not in the same spot.
I would be willing to believe that That's So Raven is a spin-off of something.
Me too. It really feels believable.
Oh, wait, Chai, are you thinking of a different world? Which I don't think is a spin-off of anything, but Jasmine Guy was in it.
Are you thinking of a different loaf where that is true?
Oh. No, not different worlds.
Ow, fuck! Okay, maybe I need to go find some heart pieces. But I probably won't be able to find very many. Eh.
Ow! What was that for?
That room is mega bullshit, and then I have to do the boss afterwards, and that room will presumably reset if I die to the boss.
Wait, Callie, you didn't know that That's So Raven's premise was...
Oh, wait.
Actually, I do think Chai is more correct.
I realized what I should have
Callie,
done.
my mom is... my mom is 61. She knew that.
That's So Raven is the one where she has psychic powers, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't confident in even that much. It was a Disney Channel, right? I didn't watch anything on the Disney Channel, and I didn't want to, and I couldn't. On account of my dad cutting the cable cord with either an axe or cutting shears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like... That's So Raven is if, like...
I kinda want more heart.
Oh, I wish I knew... I wish I knew the names of people who made... that shit.
Ow! Well, I came out of this room with one less heart.
That's So Raven is like if Chuck Lorre wrote The Lathe of Heaven. There, I did it.
I have a new strategy for the bullshit.
Which, by the by, is the book that, is the book that Ursula Le Guin wished she hadn't wrote.
How come?
She just hated the way that everybody reacted to it.
Hmm.
She hated everything, like, she hated everything connected to it. She was just like, I just wish I could write it. She was! I was just saying earlier, Boots, how I should have taken my opportunity to talk with her and tried to talk to her more. She understood better than anybody that in a fantasy book you shouldn't just kill a dragon. That's stupid.
I didn't even need to kill everybody. I could just bomb the wall.
Dragons way more appreciate you outwitting them.
Yeah, I do.
That's a rhinoceros.
What? But it doesn't have any hooves.
Not in the sprite.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I've always meant to, Boots, and I never did. It feels like something, at a very specific part of my life, I should have read those, and I didn't.
Now, full disclosure, I've only read the first Earthsea book. But it was really good. I read it as an adult, and I was like, this is holding my attention really well, actually.
Ow.
You know, I believe that, and someday I will probably read them, even. Like... And, like, it makes that thing Ursula Le Guin said about Harry Potter make even more sense to me. Because I'm like, you're right! This isn't mean-spirited at all! It's like, there's like a genuine appreciation for wonder and mystery and like, the concept of self without it being a concept of obliterating the other.
That is incorrect, Shai. The most interesting thing there is optimizing a game action for the highest EV.
I thought the most interesting thing was uncovering the way that games were designed, like, were once designed, especially when they were designed poorly in them.
It's true.
Which
But
you
I
spent
won't
a
agree
lot
with
yesterday doing.
I sure did.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I agree. It was fun to watch. It was fun to hear you discover the history of Final Fantasy XIV's PvP.
Yeah, no. We've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV's PvP after neither of us ever having done it. And the way it is now is quite functional and fun, I would say. Like, largely, I think it's...
It has been through so many iterations.
It has been through
insane.
So many iterations, and, like, I was reading the early shit, and it's like... It's like, this is wrong design from a how you design a game perspective, and it's also wrong design from a how you would design a part of Final Fantasy XIV perspective. Just... Their original multiplayer... Well, okay, their original one was like a 4v4 thing I really struggled to find information on. But I gather it was problematic. But their original, like, big multiplayer was a, Right, I need a note for you.
I thought it was NPC House. Sorry, Gaijin.
It was a game mode that's 24 versus 24 versus 24, which is also the way it is now. But it was a game mode where you spent the majority of the time on your mount running from point to point. And then when you fought, you were usually fighting a monster who stood still and did almost nothing.
So it wasn't PvP, it was it was still PvE.
Yeah, it was largely PvE, except when it wasn't, it was PV nothing. It was PV run around.
Or PV stand, was that PV stand just outside your base for a little while?
Yes, because it's both of the, there were two ways to, well, okay, there were three ways to get points. One way to get points was, I think if you kill the enemy team, you got a couple points, and they would lose a couple. But that was not the main way you got points. Oh, this is a different place. Huh. What? Okay.
Buy something, will ya?
Well, this is different. This used to be Dungeon 2 or 3, I don't remember. Anyways, so there were two, like, objectives. It was a massive hexagonal map, and each team would spawn on, like, in a triangle, so equally apart. And there were 6 points in a circle around the edge of the hexagon. And you would cap them by, if you stood in them and there was no enemy team in that large circle, then it would be your point. Until someone else, if there was more than one type of team in there, then it would be neutral and no one would get points. But like 8 people can't fight 24 people, and 3 of these points were directly outside of the spawns. So you'd kill people and then they'd respawn. There was no way to hold the 3 points directly outside of someone's spawn, so you'd never go on them, but you also couldn't leave them or you wouldn't get points. So first off, at least one person on each team sits in a circle outside of the spawn for the whole game. And that's what they do. That's their whole experience.
PV,
And then
PV existential crisis.
And then, but the thing is, even on the 3 other points that were in between each team, like, there was no real value in defending them, because there was a middle objective that would come up occasionally you'd have to go to. So you couldn't stack a lot of team members to defend. You could only really, that would be wrong, and you'd lose massive points and opportunity. So you would capture a point by, like, zerging it with, like, 20 people, versus probably, like, a few of theirs who were trying to defend foolishly.
Who thought that there was a game being played?
Yeah, and then you would win, because the game is such that 8 people cannot beat 24 people. And then you wouldn't hold it, you just leave, because,
staying there
you couldn't leave everybody there, and if you left a few people there, it wouldn't delay anything or get you any extra points, they'd all just die when the other team came en masse to take it back. So eventually no one ever defended anything, and you just spend that phase of the game sweeping around to points and taking them uncontestedly and then leaving. And hoping that they didn't get there that fast to take them back. And then, periodically, monsters would pop up in the middle, and you would get points for doing the most damage to those. But the thing is that the middle was at the top of a massive tower with 3 long... Oh, that was weird. 3 long ramps. So it took forever to. I timed it. Just from the bottom of the ramp, it took like 15 to 20 seconds to walk to the top.
Fox, I literally described it as King of the Hill, and I was thinking of Arathi Basin from WoW.
And then you'd get to the top, but it would have taken you so long to get there. Probably one team is just already there, but even if not, you'd all sort of stay on your part of the hexagon not fighting because you'd want to be ready to kill the monsters. And then the monsters would spawn, and you would all fight them, and then after the monsters leave, there'd be a little bit of jockeying, like trying to do enough damage to make some people back off, but mostly you just wanted to focus on the monsters. And then at the very end, when the monster...
So actively discouraging you from doing PvP.
Yeah, and then finally, when the monster was dead, there was this moment of scramble where you try and kill people as they struggled to get off the tower so they could get back down, so they could continue capping points uncontestedly and leaving. And so there was like 10 seconds of PvP after the monsters died. And that was the game.
Shy, to be clear... The old man at the grave. Try to be clear, that is recognizable as a joke from you because it's a that's a format of joke that you frequently make. And it's a very good format, so I'm glad that you frequently make it.
Ow, that was stupid. I'm just wandering around because I don't know where number 2 is. I guess I could wander off to the right. There's a whole world to explore, kind of. It's over here. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta keep these game devs on their toes, Callie. I can't just go where they say I'm gonna go. You know? Like, I gotta
I can't
zig.
believe you're doing this to S. Miyahan.
I love S. Miyahan. He's a real inspiration.
10-10.
Oh. Ah, the sea. Ow.
10-10 will remember this. What about Pen Pen? Character's role I still don't fully understand in the grander metaphor of it.
Which character?
Pen Pen.
Oh. I genuinely think it's that the type of anime they're making requires a cute mascot, and so there is a cute mascot, and I don't think they had anything to do with Pen Pen, so that's why Pen Pen doesn't do very much. I don't think there's a metaphor.
I mean, Pen Pen congratulates Shinji. That's pretty important.
That's true.
That's like one of the that's like one of the 3 nerve agents technicians that like show up there. Like they don't do fucking anything else. I mean they do, but they show up. It's like, oh, they shouldn't matter for Shinji. They met Shinji once.
Pen Pen in Tibet. Thanks, Boots. I genuinely think it's kind of like, hey, having a mascot makes no sense at all, so we have a mascot that we don't even try to explain, and who does not fit in tonally at all. And it's just a cute little penguin. Deal.
I mean, what's weird is he almost does though. Almost. In that, and really only in that he's Sancho's pet.
Sure. Why not?
Buy a thing, a temporary thing, or a thing that you can use.
Yeah. Like, I would honestly like to use the magic shield, but that's way too expensive for something I'm going to lose.
Something that will be eaten.
Absolutely. Like, it's not like a, oh, it might get eaten if I'm careless. It's going to get eaten. It's going to get eaten often.
I'm going to eat it.
Please don't. Why does it hurt me when it's on a staircase? Fine.
It's a secret to everybody.
Thanks.
You're welcome. He's a friend.
He's a friend.
I like that some of them are just like, yeah, I'm just down here. Just have some money.
We're not like all evil. It's not like we're orcs.
Yeah, it's not like we're standing. Never mind.
What did Twitch try and block? Ow.
Gary Gygax, is that you? Stop posting racist stuff on Facebook, Mr. Gygax. Man, he had made it to Facebook. Shit. Oh, Automod.
It's blocking the word Armos.
Oh, I think we might have run into that before.
I think we did. It's weirdly, I didn't see the first one didn't pop up at all as a message.
Is that maybe it's in a... No, I must defend rape and slavery in my game!
But I just read the other day about...
Which is why I needed to... I must not only defend it, but I need it to be a neutral aspect of my game world. Like, it needs to be something that's just accepted for certain groups.
I just read the other day about a roles table that was in, I think it was the original D&D, but it might have been AD&D. But it was for if you encounter a prostitute, here are some types, and you can also roll randomly to decide what type of prostitute you run into. And, like...
Oh, well, D&D Beyond has plenty of examples of types of prostitute that you could roll. So that's interesting how we are still in the same place. Sorry, continue.
It was one of those ones that you roll a D100, and then you... Well, not a D100, but you know. And,
Fuck you, Box!
like, some of them have wider ranges, but the higher you go, the narrower range it is to indicate higher desirability. And, like, number 100 is, like, a wealthy... Oh, God, what do they call it? It wasn't heiress. Dowager. And I think, like, if you rolled a 90 to 91, then you ran...
got Marie Therese.
You ran into, like, the pimp. Wait! It's not?
This ain't enough to talk.
I hate you.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
okay.
fucked old ladies back then. Nerds didn't want to.
There were some old lady ones that were undesirable, but then there's one that was, like, wealthy with, I think, the implication that she has fallen in love with you. And you could, like, get
Which is
money.
why she was wealthy.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. I probably shouldn't be here.
Master using it, and you can have it.
I don't suppose 4 is enough? No. 4 hearts is not enough. I can use the sword. Please give it to me. Beep, beep,
An
beep.
old lady told me about it.
Oh, this isn't a dungeon.
Nope.
Well then.
It's a fairy now.
It is.
Second quest.
Second quest. I guess going right doesn't get me shit. For many years, one of the main touch points I had on what D&D was actually like was the animated skit at the end of Summoner that got uploaded.
Sorry.
That got uploaded separately and then, like, became its own thing and no one knew it was from Summoner because no one but me has played Summoner for PS2. And then I got older and I was like, wow, I learned that...
Summoner.
Hmm?
I had to explain it to me.
And then I, like, learned that that isn't really necessarily what it's like. And then I got older and learned that actually that was entirely what it was like.
Yeah!
It's super
much
was.
like most things in life, it is a process of learning, unlearning, and then realizing you knew anyway.
Well, I got stuck in this loop. Because I went here. Okay. Now I have to go all the way around again if I want to go there.
Of course, what they had to do first was explain to me that, the Final Fantasy sprites that were being used over that skit were pastiching. Because that was the first one I saw.
That makes sense. But the Summoner one wasn't the original either. It was recorded by some comedy group. And then Summoner put it in because they felt like it?
I mean, I respect the way they did it. They showed it to me and I was like, oh, yeah, that is fun.
Yeah. No, it's a funny skit. It was enjoyable. Summoner's pretty boring, but I actually think it's kind of maybe good also. But I also think it was pretty boring.
Oh, well, Callie, so you don't have any fights, because that's not anything, actually.
Yeah.
That's literally nothing. That's only in that.
I don't even know what Chadley is.
I don't either! Which is why I know it's only in that.
I don't even know what a Chadley is.
Oh, how I having never played the original, I think that the remake is actually doing a really good job. Okay, gotta do that fucking Let's Play too. Ooh, sorry, I got angry. I didn't really, but like, I have strong opinions. Believe it or not, I have strong opinions on something.
What? Ow. Oh, you're just a shop. Well, that heart piece is still there.
Thanks, Chai.
Bye. Maybe the second dungeon is near where it used to be. Maybe in that little... I don't know what to call it. I think it's where dungeon 6 or 7 was. Oops.
Callie says, just a shop. Frank, he's a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh well, that's actually gonna get me closer where I want to be anyway. So
Yeah,
joke's
you're
on
gonna get
you!
to Frank 69 before you even find level 2.
Probably. Am I not already past that? I think I'm past Frank 69.
Get to Frank 169 before level 2.
That's not likely. Dang it.
Way Link to the Past it. You did play, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Much later, because I never had an
That's
SNES.
fine, that's
but
fine.
I played it. Did I? I think I played it emulated, and then I did play the GBA one.
Everything I played on a Sony console, I played way later than my dad did.
I think Link to the Past was one of the things I decided, like, picked up emulation for in the first place. Because I was like, I want to play that. No, I think I played every Zelda, but except for this one, I had played every Zelda except, or all the way up to Skyward Sword, except for Oracle of,
Seasons and Ages!
No, I played Ages.
Oh, that's right. Oracle Seasons! You didn't finish it.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I beat it.
Sure.
Yes.
But you didn't, actually, because you end... The
Right,
end of Ages is the end of Seasons. And the end of Seasons is the end of Ages.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to be one below.
God, that fucking project that's been siphoning money for ages while they send sloppy team after sloppy team into making literally anything else. Every port that they do is some iOS garbage, and then this comes out, and that's all anybody talks about. Sorry. I'm not, you know what, no, I'm not sorry.
If it helps, the last game's the large opinion was initially, this is good, and then people like, this is really padded, and I'm kind of tired of it.
Yeah, no shit. It's Nomura bullshit. Why am I not sorry? Oh, because I believe my opinion is right, and I feel strongly about it. I feel like the original Final Fantasy VII is a totally misrepresented and misunderstood game that actually, by and large, respected its roots and managed to create a more modern narrative that was able to reach an entire new group of people, but unfortunately that group of people sucked and didn't understand what made 7 good. And now everything.
I'll go this way. Also, there's just a lot of received knowledge about. There's a lot of received knowledge about 7, even stuff that I thought was kind of true. I played it later, and I think even playing it, I did not have the capability to deal with the bad original translation. I didn't have that in my brain. A lot of it didn't parse through, but like, there was just a lot of received knowledge that, like, Aerith is this, like, perfect, cute, like, angelic figure, and Tifa is this rough and tumble person who, like...
They are literally playing on that!
Yeah.
That is literally a convention they're playing with, because Tifa's the leather-wearing fighter girl, but she's actually really... She's actually really sweet and, like, kinda shy. And Aerith is really fucking forthcoming, and... threatens to rip off a guy's rip off a guy's dick. Honestly, the version that they have on, Steam is pretty good. It's the, it is the PC version, so the music is different, and people will tell you that that's a bad thing. I'm like, whatever.
I bet if, like, you care about that, there's probably a mod to give you the original music. But, whatever.
Oh, god damn it!
Ow.
No, she playfully teases him because she knows he's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then, although, also further playfully teases him because she's like, oh, you're not as uncomfortable as I thought you'd be. And then he's just like, whatever. Let's just do this? Because Cloud's kind of a dweeb. Cloud is a giant doofus, and the point of the game is, and the point of the characters in that game is that they're all unimportant, and they're all, like, kind of fuck-ups. But they're the only ones that are trying. They only had one special important person, and she dies.
Spoilers! Not really. That's not a spoiler. Oh, this is level 2. Okay.
You did it.
I was like, I bet it might be. Also, I just noticed my weapons changed color. Anyway. I will say, I recommend against playing the original English translation.
Yeah, don't play the original English
It's
translation.
really,
bad.
it genuinely is why I didn't like the game. Like I
Barrett
said,
is, Speaking of Barrett is done fucking dirty.
I hated Barrett so much that I did not put him in my party.
Because his translation was racist as hell.
He just talks like Mr. T. Like, that's not what he's like, but
it's not what he's like. He swears and yells a bit a lot, but he's actually a really complex character who has a lot of fucking baggage.
But in the remake, he just has the Mr. T type Ebonics accent, and then also literally drops a few direct references to Mr. T. Like he says, "I pity the fool."
I pity the fool. Yeah, it's terrible. No, he's actually a really he's actually a really sweet dad that just cares a lot about leaving a better planet behind.
Literally every character in Final Fantasy VII is taking a convention type of character that you think you know, and then showing you don't know that doesn't apply to this character. Every single, except maybe Sid, who's actually a little straightforward, is kind of like that, and people have missed that.
Yeah, no,
people have missed it.
Understand 7.
And as far as I can tell, a lot of the fucking, like, follow-ups to 7 have also missed that.
Yeah,
I know
because they're all by the person connected to it who has the least fucking talent. Because he was the most fiscally successful.
Like what I said
of Final Fantasy VIII and Kingdom Hearts. God damn it!
Like what I said about Aerith being the perfect angelic character that is Cloud's true love he'll never really get over. That's what Advent Children is about.
Yes.
In as much as it's about anything at all,
yeah,
which it isn't.
It sure is. And it's horrendous. That's not the relationship they have. Literally, that's the relationship she had with the guy whose life he walked into.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she was so like, huh, you're a lot like him.
I guess Kate Sith isn't exactly playing against type.
No, he
kind of is.
Kind of.
Not in as direct a way as everyone else is playing against their archetypes.
He's kind of goofy. It's supposed to be he's like a goofy mascot. Except, actually he's a corporate spy. But also, actually, he's a corporate spy who's like, I kind of fucking hate being a corporate spy. I actually really hate what we're doing. Uh-oh. I developed a conscience. And then there's that beautiful moment. Oh, there's that beautiful moment where where he sacrifices himself and the communications are jammed and it's revealed that he's developed his own sentience. He's still gonna follow through with it.
And Red 13 is like this supposed, like he's got the ancient battle-scarred creature, but then you find out he's like an overeager teen.
He's an overeager teen who hates his dad.
Who hates his dad, but is also trying to live up to his dad.
But no, he's trying to live up to his mom.
That's true.
And then his like grandpa has to be like, was that what you think? Huh? Maybe it's about time we had a little trip down memory lane. I said, and he develops his own. He develops his own will, and is like, there might be and he still goes through with the sacrifice. There might be another doll might come along, but there's only one me. Sorry. The two characters in Final Fantasy VII that make me cry the most are him and Red 13. Red 13 howls for his mom and his dad at the same time. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but it's a giant but it's like a stuffed cat and a giant stuffed. It's an animatronic cat and a giant stuffed Moogle that are doing the cool samurai thing.
What? Huh?
I'm stuck.
Shouldn't be there.
Possible ban evader monitoring. Searching Curtsy best viewers on streambo.com. Remove the space. It's not. Should probably get rid of that.
I guess.
Remove the space.
Yeah. Remove the space. Remove the space. I really love that. Like, God.
Oh, you're right. I wouldn't have gotten that. I would have typed in streamboospace.com and gone, oh, that didn't work. Actually, you know, the way that a lot of you use the computer now, actually, yeah.
Hey, what the heck? This didn't take me to the best viewers.
Didn't take me to the dig.
Anyways, I don't think I'm logged in, so I don't think I can. No, wait, I must be.
You must be, because it's showing you. You did this earlier.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Approved box.
That's true. It's not letting me do.
You have to.
I guess I have to do a manual.
Yeah, no, that image is useless.
Sure is. Ban. I don't get it. Leave.
No.
Leave!
No!
Is this a pop-out? What's happening? Jesus, what a bad UI. There.
Oh, what? On Twitch?
I know, crazy. Ow.
Oh.
I'm not gonna fight you guys right now. I probably should. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Almost.
Kitty!
Hey, Key! Sir.
Nice.
There. And it gave me a heart. That's what I wanted.
That's Pam.
Wait, no, not in here. Next one.
What Pam are you referring to? I know it's that spam joke. But what Pam do you imagine when you say that's Pam, bots? That's what I want to know. Damn it! Ugh.
The Pam of your dreams.
I had a dream that my friend posted a strung back Pam book. It was the Pam of my dreams. You really need to think further ahead. Because I will always be quizzing you. And that's the only reason.
Ah! I don't need... Oh, wait. It already switched. It switches away when I run out of bombs. I don't need to do that. It's bullshit you can just turn around.
No, Chai, it's a think in the head is worth two in the bush. It's so weird seeing you green.
I haven't been green in so long.
It's not easy being green.
Ah!
You take full damage from everything.
Yeah. That's what Kermit was talking about.
That's what Tuttle was talking about.
Ah, comboed. Remind me, I can't boomerang a key, right? Nah, I knew that.
He's also kind of she's very blatantly playing against that too. Because it's very obvious what type of character she's supposed to be. And then she's like, actually, I just want to make my dad stop being such an idiot so that my country doesn't suck. And she is actually a thief.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a redeemed thief, she's just a thief. Colorblind frog. I think his name is Glenn.
Uh-oh, hold on. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay.
We should play that and change everybody's name a bit.
Yeah.
Already know who we are? I already know two things at least.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Fuck! Perfect. Totally worth it.
Good thing you killed those things. You had to after all.
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna get if I kill them. I need to kill everyone in a room at least one time. Because I'll never know. Something important might drop.
You got it.
And I died. Which is, you know, I want to explore the rest of the dungeon anyway. Even finished. I haven't even gone up.
You haven't even done the map. Where's Patra?
Petra has the map. Petra! God. Petra. Come on. We've talked about this. Cannot be late like this again.
I like to make Patra romance Agnons. That's for someone.
It's not for me.
I finished a bottle of wine.
Oh. Mean to give me these guys. I do so little damage.
To give to you those guys. Is what you meant to say.
That is... I thought that's what I said.
Give those guys.
Yeah. Guess that's what they... Oh, that's just the way out. Well...
Well, you know what this means, Box. To the tower!
Ah! There.
Oh man, that little walk is hot cute, you're right. Manhandler!
Manhandler. Ah! I almost left.
Testatart.
Oh, that didn't do anything. I thought I'd try. I like the idea of using the candle as a weapon. It doesn't really let me do it very much, though.
I'm a Pacoon flower!
God bombs are powerful. I'm just gonna save your ass early game. There. God bombs. Besides this problem.
Quick, drink your Hassie.
Ah! No! I was so close.
Thank you, Chai. Well, Fox, there's a reason for that, and it's because, regardless of how much wine I've had, I have to be in character. And my boy is just good at climbing towers.
Yeah, it's not Shell climbing the tower, it's Rado. And
Yeah.
Rado can hold his liquor.
He can! And everybody else's.
He's large. He often is the one to carry back to the table, I imagine. I don't know why I killed that guy. I guess rupees. Ooh, four bone. I killed 4 bats by throwing the boomerang once. That's what I was saying. Thanks.
4 keys with 1 boom.
Thank you. I kept trying to, like, say a phrase for it, and then my brain was like, there's not a phrase for that. You can't see, there's no phrase here because it's not anything. There's no standard thing.
Well, I don't think...
Hey! Ugh, so are they all letters? Don't answer that, but... Kinda seems like they're all letters.
I mean, thing is, I'm probably also saying it wrong, because technically, they're all supposed to have butchered Slavic names. So it's how an Eastern European would say it. In fact, as far as I looked up his name, he's probably would be closest to Polish. So say it Polish. You could do that better than any of us, I'm sure. You're a dialect queen.
I've always said that about you. Actually haven't, but I would.
You're just very worldly. In that you're not American. Aw. Well, that's nice. It's nice helping people understand. I've had this trouble before, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I am on the map. I'm the green dot now. That was where I was actually stuck for a moment.
Callie says, yes, Frank, together the dungeons spell out, eat Frank!
Oh no, don't eat me.
Oh no,
Oh
Mr.
no.
Mr. Frank, don't throw me in the Frank stomach patch. Don't throw me in Cerberus. Don't put me on Bee Alliance.
Oh jeez, what's all this digestive fluid? Oh, I'm so small now.
I guess I better wander over here. Oh no, I'm stuck in this weird purple slather.
God, imagine someone doing that in the raid. Like Alliance chat. I really want to.
I don't have to.
Yeah, but I want to do it more sincerely than they would.
Oh, I think they were doing it sincerely.
Oh. I've definitely seen vor jokes, but they were just internet people being internet.
Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah, they have to, like most criminals. Otherwise,
Wait,
get away with
this is
it.
wrong. Dirge of Winnipeg. Oh, that was another thing about... To get back to the topic that we
Oh,
left.
God! Fucking...
One thing that I was really struck by upon replaying Final Fantasy VII, without spoiling its ending, because I don't want to, because some people think about playing it, it is beautiful and somewhat ambiguous, and all of the follow-ups not only remove the ambiguity, but do a thing that does not make any sense as a follow-up thematically, because they didn't understand what the ending was.
To be fair, Dirge of Cerberus is a prequel.
That's true. I actually don't think we have a problem with Dirge of Cerberus in this household. It's not great,
It's not great.
but it doesn't fit into the gigantic, like...
The only extended universe Final Fantasy VII thing that has the shell seal of acceptability is not approval. Acceptability is the cell phone game prequel spin-off that was that where you played the Turks. And that's it.
What about Smash? Does that count?
No, because that's basically they're basically the fucking Advent Children / remake versions of those characters.
Yeah, kind of. They give them both.
Dissidia for 7. Well, the thing is about Dissidia that it exists outside of all of the timelines and is representative of a larger chaotic struggle between the concepts of creation and destruction, chaos and serenity, good and evil, if you will. But and the sides change every cycle. What does that say about Cloud and Sephiroth? Nothing, really. But it did set up Dissidia to do the very fantastic thing where in the second game, upon finding out that Jekt was going to be joining the side of Cosmos and the light, Tidus decided to join the evil side. He switched sides because he didn't want to be on the same side as his dad. Which is the only characterization of Tidus that was done well. Point piss, baby. Fucking man.
Well, that makes sense. I was trying to get a heart that whole time. There weren't any.
It's a very important thing to know! Man, when we were playing 7, there were so many points where Frank was like, see, I don't know about this, though, because it's like, I feel like I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to know about this stuff. Like Genova, they keep saying that. And I was like, yeah, that's intentional. And then we kept going, and he was like, oh, no, okay, no, that makes more, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more obvious that they're intentionally being vague. In the original translation, it's impossible to parse.
And there are things you're supposed to get that you don't necessarily get because it's weirdly vague, and I think also I was bad at parsing bad translations.
Yeah, no, that's a gift that you acquire when you play RPGs when you were, RPGs in the early 90s.
I mean, I think there are ways I got stuff like that, but I think also it is part of my brain problems that I have trouble adjusting to slightly off language usage sometimes. I, for instance, on low-quality phones, could not fucking understand anybody ever. Still can't. I struggle to understand people. Not because my hearing is bad, but just because enough of the meaning is taken away that my brain can't focus.
As a result of having, you will see, for me, everybody sounds weird. Everybody sounds wrong. So, I can't have that problem. I just understand it. I understand all of it, to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
One may call me some sort of whisperer or cipher or whatever. But, really, it's just... I'm autistic and I'm trying my hardest to understand the people around me, and it accidentally makes me a little bit better at understanding things that are hard to understand.
No! It came out directly at me.
I'm actually really good at ending podcasts, it turns out. And by that I mean I'm really good at, getting them out the fucking door. convey meaning properly? Great, good. That's good enough. Goodbye. I cannot control the audio quality of 18 people, and I don't want to. No matter how much 2 of them insist on making my life hell because they think that they're giving me something that's superior to everybody else.
But it's just big and unwieldy.
It's just big and unwieldy. And also, I've got to remind Dijon next time next time they give me episode art to not fucking give me some goddamn, like, high-res image, because WordPress doesn't allow us that much space for images, and when one image takes up several megabytes as opposed to the usual, like 3.7, it's a problem.
Can I please? Thank you.
What?
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, they want to make it. Well, they want to make it feel comfy for everybody.
I mean, who's gonna trust a woman to narrate something? I guess. Ow. I can't do 2. I need to leave when I do 1 hit.
Yeah, Chai. Hey, Chai, you just wrote in a lot more words what I just said. I want everybody to be comfy.
Wait, why is there only 1 of these now? It saved that I killed the other 2. How weird. I didn't do that before. You guys don't drop anything, do you?
Game's taking pity on you, Frank.
How dare you? Go even harder on me!
Wanna go to baby mode? Wanna go to easy mode? I'm God of War. Do you wanna go to easy mode? Automatically set to yes. If you mash A, you're set to easy mode.
God. It really wanted you to go to easy mode. Probably because they didn't balance around hard that good.
Yeah, that's true. But the second one did it too.
It did.
And so did the third one.
It was the style at the time also. Just like, oh, adaptive difficulty. Like, we realized that most people just leave it on normal difficulty and never even consider whatever the default selection is for difficulty, 90% of people do. So we're just acknowledging that and then telling them like, hey, do you want to switch? But they still didn't really do that. They mostly just told you to go from hard to normal. So it kind of got lost in translation.
Allie, why did you not simply correct her? Like you would anybody. It's probably way more complicated than what you're saying. Oh no! Why didn't you get someone better? But she made one mistake, therefore it was obvious. So now that there's just no answer. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. All organizational business is hierarchically hostile and in power over you. It doesn't matter what they are, how friendly they might seem. It doesn't matter who might think that they're great. They are always your enemy. Because they hold an oppositional position of power to you, above you, and against you. And when push comes to shove, you're disposable, they're not. Because they're them. Of course they didn't! Because nothing has anything to do with, like, success or productivity. It has everything to do with maintaining the status quo.
me some health. You won't give me health, will you? You're gonna kill me.
It's about maintaining the fucking... It's about maintaining the goddamn, like, power dynamic that suits them. So much so that it doesn't matter if it is irrational, illogical, or just bad sense. And this is why all managers should be burned in public.
Fuck, I didn't mean to touch you. Ah! Specifically trying not to touch you while touching the other one.
But yeah, those are names, Callie. I'll do my best. Actually, as far as I know, I will never work another day in my life. I don't think I can legally.
Don't get hit.
So I'll always have time to make a bullshit podcast and write way too many words about my Final Fantasy XIV character.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Not what I was saying. I was fang fucked because I was trying not to lose any heart pieces so I could go into the boss with full health. And then I lost half a heart piece to a friggin' Keese. Oh! I got another heart piece, so it's fine.
I mean, I don't know, I'm at 130,000.
You'll know it's too many words when you surpass that one, Subspace Emissary
No, there's
fanfic.
a bigger one now.
I know, but
Everybody
I'm arbitrarily...
will correct you because they
I
want
think
to
the
see
Subspace
smart.
Emissary one is too long as is, so I don't need...
I agree, and everybody knows what you mean when you say it anyway, but everybody also wants to be the smartest person in the room, so they have to say, actually, it's no longer the longest... Do you really need if the delay caused it so that somebody said that correction before I started criticizing that correction?
Unfortunately, I think my delay is real low.
Well, that depends on the viewer.
That's actually true, it doesn't it? Box!
Oh. Oh. He's a good boy. That was my thesis statement for him. He's just a good boy. He's just a nice boy.
Fuck. No.
Remember when games used to be games?
Ah. There.
Yes.
There. Triforce.
Yeah, I've got her conditioned.
I mean, I mostly just said it because she will have the longest
Yeah,
delay,
no,
honestly.
the joke there was Box is the most likely to have the longest delay.
Might as well purchase this. I'll need it eventually. But I don't have the bow, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just have an arrow. What are you gonna do with that?
Can I stab someone with it? They used to stab people with arrows back in the medieval times. That was one of the acceptable uses of an arrow. I've been watching one of those annoying...
The Subspace Emissary fanfiction is not the longest.
Now I just have to finish to Frank. Yes. I wonder where the third one is. Let me think. I don't remember where the third one was. So that's not helpful. I wanna say it was over here-ish? Not like here, but off this direction. to the right. Somewhere. Oh, I can look this up in the manual.
Has Stephen Main?
No,
Oh. I haven't read Stephen Main in a while.
we haven't.
I'm kind of feeling it right now.
I mean, we could do that. We could find a Stephen Main. I feel like we overdid Stephen Main.
You only feel that because a bunch of naysayers started whining, and the other people didn't think that.
Well, I'm down to find a Stephen Main we haven't done.
Also,
'Cause
I
this
don't
is a
think
pretty
we've
good
done
stopping
Stephen
point.
Main since Callie's been here.
That might be true.
Box, fact check that for us.
Wait, hold on. Let me die so I can save.
I've written one piece of fanfiction in my life. It was my friend was doing a podcast about a Marvel show, and I wrote a fanfic that was half about the show and half about the Federal Reserve. Have we not read a Stephen Main article since Callie started watching Frank's stream? That's right, that's what I thought.
Oh, actually, whatever. Like that. Let me add it. I have to add it too, because I don't think I've done it since I got the new compy. Window. Oh, it's down there.
Callie, have you ever listened to our five-part mini-series on the Main Street blog of Extra Credit? Because if you haven't, you're missing out.
Oops. Not that
Box?
window.
Callie's missing out.
That's it. To me, that's a good one, but of course I think that it's something I did.
It's to you, it's a good one because it is something that was like 60% you, and then 20% Tuttle, and then 10% Stephen Main, and then 5% me.
There we go.
Well, they're not okay. I mean,
They're not shorts.
I mean, they are.
We did call them shorts to Turtle to trick him.
Well, we didn't. Okay, no. I called them shorts to Tuttle out of genuineness, and then you showed me what we were doing. Because you, as ever, didn't finish the fucking document until goddamn the...
No, you said we're reading that tomorrow.
Yes!
So yeah, I wasn't done. I hadn't said it was done.
Oh, sorry, and I've obviously set you on the path to this document that you've been working on and taking, what, a year?
Well, it's about done now. I just need to do what Gajan said.
It's a good fucking subject, and we would have actually been on our fingers would have been on the pulse several months ago.
Well, where were we?
It's Frozen G0.
It sounds like it's this is a multi-part theory?
Oh. I guess that would be hard to do. Chai says pick a good one.
How am I supposed to know?
Darkstalkers are not dead. That's a short one. Dark Depths of Deep. We read The Final Flight of Thunderhawk.
We read the End of Street Fighter.
Yeah, Judge, Jury, and Executioner and the End of Street Fighter were in the show. We read the Street Fighter.
Yeah,
so...
there's a lot of good ones around here, so maybe this is a good place to draw from.
Crisis of the Tiger.
Oh, well, he does mention the sexual... the Satsui no Hado thing.
Yay! The Satsui no Hado, as in the... which is apparently the internal conflict of violence and killing. Is a metaphor for homosexuality.
Yeah, this is a person that thinks the Street Fighter story, A, has been intentionally written and designed for, like, all of ever since Street Fighter Alpha, basically. So for like 3 decades at this point, almost. And B, that is one of the deepest and most important stories that has ever been told.
And wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Haha, we're all having a little fun, right? And he's definitely kidding, as he'll assure you in the very last line of every fucking thing. But actually, he's put so much time and so much, well, I won't say effort, because he still doesn't know any fucking Japanese words, no matter how many times he's looked at the goddamn source material.
This one's long.
Do it!
But it's called the butterfly effect. Within the realm of chaos theory, the butterfly effect is the sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a small change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. Basically, it suggests that a small change at one point in the world could create a larger change somewhere else.
Wikipedia quote spotted this chai.
For example, the flap of a butterfly's wings can alter atmospheric conditions hundreds of miles away to such an extent that a tornado could be produced. Within the world of Street Fighter V, certain conditions have been reached that appear to have radically altered the story of the Street Fighter series. Ryu has made peace with himself. The Black Moons took out electronics across New York. Necalli has failed to fulfill a prophecy.
No, that's not a thing that's not a long-reaching resolution of the Street Fighter series.
That prophecy was introduced at the start of the story mode and was failed halfway through the story mode.
Necalli just didn't fucking matter.
He didn't do anything.
Also, that's not a long-running thing of Ryu either, because he was just moved on to the next fucking fight. He was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go. He was just looking for another fight next. He was just like, I want to get better. So
I'm so tempted to just find a YouTube video of all the story bits of Street Fighter V strung together and just stream that. Because I've seen a recap video that was kind of annoying but also kind of informative, and it was so much worse than I thought, but I still haven't seen all of it together. Lee Fen has been revealed to be a computer expert, and G simply showed up.
Wait, right. And G simply showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Which he's able to leave that like that because G is part of his big conspiracy
mm-hmm.
to fulfill Callie.
All of these separate events, while at first glance self-contained, mean bigger things in regard to the story, especially when it's taken within the context of the Street Fighter III series. It becomes clear that Ryu has indeed defeated the darkness inside of him. Lee Fen was kidnapped by the Illuminati for her hacking skills, and G and Q have some sort of connection.
Is Lee Fen, what's his name's friend that dies?
No, Lee Fen is Chun-Li's
it's a different kidnapped hacker.
It's Chun-Li's protege, not technically adopted child, but kind of.
Oh, is she in 3?
She is mentioned briefly somewhere in 3 or 4 as a motivation for Chun-Li to do something, and she doesn't matter, and she's 5. And then she shows up in 6 as...
like Sunny. She's Sunny.
She's way less important than Sunny. And then she shows up again in 6, several years older, as a supporting character throughout the story.
I guess Lee Fen doesn't cement Chun-Li into a lesbian relationship the way that Sunny does. So there's 2 random ladies who are kidnapped for hacking prowess, except one of them never gets looked at.
I want to be clear. When he says it's clear that Lee Fen was kidnapped by the Illuminati for her hacking skills, that's wrong.
Oh, okay.
No, Lee Fen is kidnapped when she's 4 or 5, and she's not a hacker at all. Her being a hacker is something they introduce in 6, so that they can bring Lee Fen back as a fun supporting character.
But this is 2020.
Oh, that's true. No, she shows up in 5 as a hacker. That's right.
Yeah. So
they do introduce that concept in 5, I think, briefly.
So, take that.
But, so then I guess she wasn't...
Point Stephen Main.
I don't think she was kidnapped in 5 then. She must have been kidnapped in 3 or
Point
Alpha
Stephen
or something.
Main.
Point Stephen Main, sure. Yeah, he can have 1 point.
Frank 0.
No.
Stephen Main 1.
I'm going to say, if Stephen Main has 1, I've got a lot more than 0.
What if Leaf studied hacking while you weren't looking for it?
Interestingly, though, Colin, who has considerable fighting talent and the power of ice, did not fight in 3, choosing to take a more passive role as Gil's secretary. Yes, this was more of a development issue than anything lore-based. While the events of 5 take place before the events of 3, 3 was created in the 90s with far more limited software and hardware.
And they just couldn't make Colin work because back then she was going to be a BDSM nun.
Because they hadn't invented her yet, Steven.
No, that was that was the technological limitation. They hadn't been able to invent her yet.
She didn't exist yet. She was invented because they wanted more new characters for 5.
And initially, it seems like she was invented so they could have more sexy characters for 5, and then they decided to not make her look the way that they originally had her.
Still, this means there has to be something story-wise that shows why she chose not to participate in the Third Strike tournament.
You aren't shy.
You are sexy characters. Based on what we know now, she didn't have to. By 3, Gil had finally made his presence known, if not to the world, then by those he chose to know. Since he was underground at the time, it only made sense that he would send an agent to fulfill his plans, and Colleen was the perfect person to do it.
Colleen?
I think that is how you pronounce her name.
Oh, okay.
I remembered after I said it.
You've pronounced that name like 5 different ways.
To be fair, that is very in keeping with Street Fighter.
Reasonable.
Like,
that's true.
Zangief has had... Zangief is supposed to be how it's pronounced. He has had his name pronounced as Zangief, Zangief, and Zangief, all within the same game.
Gil.
It's really amazing.
Did they ever pronounce Guile Gil?
Maybe really early they sort of did like Guile. Gil. It wouldn't surprise me if really early.
Guile.
Trying to remember how they said it. Street Fighter 2 had more than one narrator in its various versions. Guile wins. Probably. Anyway. I think it is Colleen, though. When the events of 3 happened, he didn't need to send her on covert missions. He needed her to fulfill duties that were closer to home. She happily obliged. After getting the spotlight in 5, it's safe to say that Colleen is essentially doomed by canon, since, while she will still be a presence in the lore, she likely won't become anything more than Gil's loyal secretary from here on out.
But they're all doomed by canon.
Bison!
According to him.
Yeah, like... They're not gonna not put a character in Street Fighter, not even because she's dead, but because she's not that important to the plot anymore. What has Honda ever done? He's been in every game. Name one thing Honda has done. He has a bathhouse. He does have a bathhouse.
He has a bathhouse where Mana teaches Jury how to be bisexual.
That being said, Colleen leaves a mystery in her wake, and one that could define Street Fighter for years to come.
Shit.
It is clear that Colleen has
Buckle up.
Has manipulated events for Gil in Street Fighter V. Everything from gathering characters to fight Bison, to arranging him to meet G, to reviving Charlie Nash. It hasn't been stated, however, just how far her influence can spread, nor how far her powers can go.
Charlie Nash is Guile's friend?
Yes.
Yes, I got it!
Who also becomes a revived mind-controlled zombie in 5.
Yes. Because they just needed more characters in 5, because they needed some reason for people to play 5.
Mm-hmm. He was a launch character and Guile wasn't, which is kind of controversial.
Damn.
But then it was much less... It was like a little... People like, but... Like, it's kind of cool he's there, but we don't have a Guile-type character. And then 5 came out and people were like, oh, this game blows. We have bigger concerns.
And then everyone was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, this game is really bad, and we need to figure out if we want to pretend that it's good or not. And the answer is...
decided.
I think they just didn't... They kind of didn't pretend it was good. They just stopped talking about it if they were pros. And then eventually, like 7 years in or whatever, they were like, oh, the game was bad before, but it actually is kind of good now. I know, but honestly, it is. It's okay now. Anyways, It appears that Colleen's revival of Nash in particular means she has the power to bring back the dead. Except it's explicitly stated that she used Illuminati science to bring him back to life, utilizing the remnants of the project known as 11 to serve as the basis for Nash's new body.
Dr. Victor Frankenstein. So what you're saying is Colleen is horny for her cousin.
Oh, hello. Now I'm into it. This does not mean that Colleen's powers are completely scientific, however.
They could also be. She was using magic in the laboratory.
I mean, she does summon ice.
Yeah, but that's because she's Russian.
Oh, that's true. That is just a Russian thing. There is one particular symbol of Colleen's that brings both a great air of mystique to her character and lends itself to one of Street Fighter V's deepest mysteries, her butterflies. There are at least 6... Turflies. There are at least 6 instances of butterflies appearing in Street Fighter V. 4 instances appear in cinematic story mode, and 2 instances in relation to Colleen.
That's right, Box is right. Zongief can summon ice, but he feels it's unsporting.
Yeah.
Oh man, butterfly, 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 and then this.
I stated in Nikali's true purpose.
Oh man, which was referred to in which we also referred to in one of the ones you picked, and then you stopped and said, and I did not include that. I am not going to explain Nikali.
Yeah, it's too. I would need to explain who Nikali is to both of you to get you to the point to understand why he's so wrong. I can't do it. He sometimes does chai, but I think that's mostly in his very recent ones.
Yeah, no, there are times where he would just tell you to copy the link that he posted and paste it in your fucking browser.
I genuinely think it's not like an ineptness thing. I think he's like, if you want to look this up, you will, and if you're really reading along with this, you probably have read it, because who hasn't read all my theories? Who, in the Street Fighter lore community, hasn't read my theories already?
Certainly not Jesus.
I think he probably... it feels almost like it has an air of, like, professorial air. Like, he's referring to a body of work you should be familiar with.
Butterflies were...
I believed these butterflies were envoys of its Papalotl as means of communicating with Nikali, guiding him in the path that the goddess wanted. The theory...
Really, though, you were just supposed to make sure that you killed them before they were able to, like, cast off their thing and make the big attack more powerful.
The theory ended up getting several hundred views.
Woohoo!
And afterwards, I knew I had to continue with my research into the story of Street Fighter, eventually finding things on different characters no one else would have found.
Yeah, because it's made up.
Because it's made up. Eventually, though, it came time for the Nikali theory to be scrutinized, and one commenter pointed out that something that I had neglected to research. As Super Veritech pointed out, quote,
"The butterfly that appears throughout the story is connected to a god, but it is in reference to Gil. The same butterfly is seen in Colleen's character story when she is lost and saved by Gil. Its appearance represents the overwatching eye of Gil and his intention to bring about the rebirth of civilization. It appears to prevent Nikali from devouring Nash, the Illuminati's mud doll, who is part of their plan to bring about the fall of Shadaloo. It appears under Ryu's fist when he defeats Nikali to infer that this was also Gil's will. It appears at the end of the story when Gil is revealed, again linking the key actions in the story back to him."
So wait, this is where he links his... He doesn't link the comment here. This is where he links the fucking post. God, okay, whatever.
Fitzgerald was a fucking coward for not writing about Street Fighter or even Killer Instinct. Killer Instincted. A game that was forgotten in Mortal Kombat, wasn't.
Mm-hmm. A tragedy.
Like, genuinely, that's not... We've been talking tongue-in-cheek so much, I should clarify. No, seriously. Mortal Kombat should have failed, and Killer Instinct should be as popular.
I mean, the 2013 Killer Instinct is still played today, and I've never played it. It came out at a time when I wasn't looking for another competitive game or a fighting game.
It's a game!
But it looks really cool. It has so many cool mechanics to me.
Well, good. It's a game.
Yeah.
Which most Mortal Kombats aren't.
They sure aren't. Yeah, one of the reasons that the latest Mortal
One of the
Kombat is...
reasons we love each other is because we actually agree on Mortal Kombat and Donkey Kong Country.
Yes. Less bad pit fighter.
Same box. I played it on the Game Boy Color.
I don't know what the first one I played was. It might have been Street Fighter 2, honestly. I think it probably was. This appears to be a pretty open and shut case, then. In cinematic story mode, the butterflies go from Nash to Nikali back to Gil, and seem to show that it was Gil himself making sure everything happened as was prophesized. In fact, Gil's power is the best answer as to how butterflies could have entered purgatory to resurrect Nash in the first place.
Butterflies are free to fly away, high away, bye-bye.
He has the ability to revive himself if he dies, and it stands to reason that he can revive others as well, provided the Illuminati prepares the body in a way to allow him to do so, explaining why 11 was needed to restore Nash in the first place.
What about 9s?
11 is a character.
I know.
9s is not. Because he's 9S. I don't call him 9s, he's not my friend.
It's not my friend because redacted.
So that's it?
I almost said it and I was like, that's an actual spoiler.
It is. So that's it. We can all go back to what we were doing, right? Nope.
Nope.
We're just getting started with this. And the situation with Gil could be explained away with two very particular facts.
Oh shit, just gonna put this commenter on blast here. Fucking didn't do his this says that Stephen Main didn't do his research. Well, guess again.
1. Gil's power is surprisingly limited. He may be able to revive people, but he still needs their bodies as a vessel. He may be a powerful being, but he can only use his power to fulfill the Illuminati's prophecy. He seeks to become the Messiah of the world, but his own thought processes forbid him from seeing the bigger picture. Gil has neither accounted for...
Sorry, Chai made a good joke. This is a really good reference. I loved it. Thank you, Chai.
Thank you, Chai. Gil has neither accounted for nor planned on anything else to happen except as how it is written in the prophecy.
Callie asks, are you sure this post isn't a 98-part Patton Oswalt tweet? And Callie, to that I say, no, because Patton Oswalt actually has fucking passion for the things that he likes. This guy is just fucking straining whatever he can to make content. And he thinks he's smart.
So when something goes awry, like Ryu beating Bison instead of Gil himself, Gil seems to be taken aback. A very good example of this is his one quote to Nikali, who, in Gil's own words, shouldn't exist in the first place. Quote, "A variant. It must be removed for the sake of the time to come."
And for clarification. Not for clarification, but fun fact, because I don't think I've shared this with Callie. Gotta share things with Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Patton Oswalt, one of my only celebrity crushes.
When he meets G for the first time in his own story mode, Gil states, tiny... I can't... Hold on. Please? "Mysterious power, not prophesized. Let me evaluate." Yeah, this is also, we're talking about this character.
This is Nikali.
No, this is Gil.
Oh, this is Gil?
This is Gil.
Which one's Nikali?
Nikali's the, Aztec-y guy.
Holy shit, I assumed this was Nikali. What does Gil look like? I mean, what does Nikali look like?
I've shown you Nikali.
Are you sure? I mean, you probably
I just spelled it wrong.
I just superimposed this guy over him. Yeah, no.
He looks like this.
No, I absolutely did not remember.
I mean, when he goes super mode, he has very similar hair.
I did not actually remember this guy. I absolutely was picturing Gil.
Oh. Yeah, no. Gil looks like this because they wanted to show off the power of their new, board to show off really fancy sprites in Street Fighter 3, and he's deliberately asymmetrical.
Oh, that's the same character from 3.
Yeah.
You were explaining that, and I was going to say, so they just wanted to rip off what 3 did, and then, but no, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
okay.
it's the guy. It's the final boss of 3.
Yeah, okay, I knew that. I knew that the final boss of 3 was the guy who was red and blue because he could turn sides and it, like, mattered.
They really did have some of the best sprites, Chai.
No, it was really good. Like, it was genuinely good for the time.
And Chai, would you be surprised to learn that Street Fighter 3 was originally conceived not only not as a Street Fighter game, but also largely by an art team without a mechanics, without like a game design team involved. And yeah, the first version of Street Fighter 3 is really bad as a result, but it still looks pretty fucking good. Yeah, no, it looks. Oh, that makes sense. You would know about sprite art.
Aw. Little Chai doing
Little
sprite art
Chai.
for RPG Maker. That's nice.
And his win quote
You
to
and Dijon should talk about sprites.
Mm-hmm.
Dijon also does a lot of sprite making.
Yeah, no, Street Fighter 3 just whole aesthetically works. Every part of it is so polished. The backgrounds are so
Oh,
good.
good. I'm glad.
Oh, nice. In his win quote to G, Gil says, an undocumented power. Is this person just a clown, or perhaps?
Oh, he's talking about Kafka.
Returning to the point, Gil has very little knowledge on what's going on around him, which I find fascinating because it's the job of the rest of the Illuminati to get him the information he requires. In other words, outside of particular sciences, the Illuminati's kind of stupid. Even Jury was able to get Colleen's phone number in her story mode, which caught Colleen completely off guard, and goes to show that the Illuminati can be breached very easily. How did you get this number? Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies.
Helen.
But wait, you say. These are
Wait.
Gil's butterflies.
Why is Helen Milia?
I also don't know why she's Helen. That's Colleen. Maybe she goes by Helen at some point.
Or maybe she's talking to Helen on the phone.
No, because she's surprised that she...
Well, I mean, it's Street Fighter 5. So maybe it's just bad art.
I think that maybe it's her first name, or she's... I mean, she is like a undercover...
Oh, right.
person,
she's an
so...
undercover. She's an undercover BDSM nun.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's a spoiler for you, Callie. You should listen to those episodes.
Mm-hmm. But wait, you say, and you are saying this.
Wait.
These are Gil's
These
butterflies.
are Gil's butterflies.
Mm-hmm. They were there every time Nikali showed up. So he must have been aware of Nikali's presence. Well, this leads me to my second fact.
Huh?
2. They're not Gil's butterflies.
What?
Impossible, you say.
Impossible.
The butterflies led us from Nash to
butterflies led
Nikali,
us from Nash
all the
to
way back
Nikali,
to
all the way
Gil,
back to Gil.
and one landed on his hand at the end of cinematic story mode. How can they not be Gil's butterflies?
How can they not be Gil's butterflies?
It's so hard. I'm getting speech jammed.
Sorry, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it instead, where you say, "And your next line will be," and then you read the quote, and then I'll read the quote, and then go, "Oh."
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it like that from here on out.
The butterfly is an effective narrative device, but nowhere in cinematic story mode was ownership ever suggested by either Gil or Colleen.
Yeah, these are Ravana's butterflies.
They are, and you need to kill them quickly or they'll summon a sword.
Especially the fucking big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just ignore them. Don't ignore the ads.
The butterflies were ignored the entire time.
Damn it! I told you not to!
And thus leading to a party wipe.
Yeah.
Only appearing as a metaphor to
And then everyone's like, what the fuck? What just happened? How did we just wipe to a 53 trial? Sorry.
Do the fucking mechanics. Anyways, the butterflies were ignored the entire time, only appearing as a metaphor to the audience. In fact, only Nash and Nikali overtly reacted to it, and only because it was out of place and ready to explode in a bright blue light. The only time we ever see anyone even hinting at ownership of the butterflies is during Jury's story mode.
Oh, it's Jury's feet butterflies. Got it.
Where she calls Colleen. She's surrounded by butterflies, but there's something very telling about the butterflies Colleen has. They're different from the ones that appeared in cinematic story mode. These butterflies have red spots on their wings. The ones throughout the cinematic story mode were bright blue-green without a hint of red. I mean, just these compared to these, there's red. I can see red. There's red right there.
That's not red.
There's red!
That's orange.
Unless that's from the... there's no red. So it looks like when they're rendered in 3D, they don't have red because they are a very simple 3D model. red! They're right there! It's red, Steven! Okay, where was I?
Yeah.
Your next words are...
You say it.
But Gil has magic powers. Maybe the blue would have covered the red spots.
But Gil has magic powers. Maybe blue would have covered the red spots.
Okay, why didn't his magic powers cover the black parts? As I've stated before, Gil's powers are limited.
You somehow managed to stop me from breathing, cutting off my power.
Anyway, we've gotten off track. Now, there is a...
You're right, I started talking about Hamon.
Now, there is a scientific explanation for the red spots. When butterflies hatch, they produce a red substance called meconium, which is the unused parts of the butterfly that remain after its full transformation from a larval stage. It's very possible that the butterflies are merely blue and black,
Magic!
have freshly hatched from their chrysalises, and the red spots we see are meconium that will simply disappear over time.
Okay, so I know what you're all thinking. Obviously these red spots are meconium because they just hatched. Well, I've already thought of that.
They're magic, symbolic butterflies, and what are they symbolic of? Nothing in particular, because it's not very well written. If this is true, it makes a far stronger case that these are the same butterflies in the cinematic story mode. There's just one problem, though.
Sorry, Callie asked, so how do I go about sucking Steven's dick? My answer to that is, you don't, because he really wants fucking, what's her name?
Oh my god, no.
Lady.
No, I've forgotten her name.
She's...
Karen.
Yeah, her!
Karen.
Yeah, no, he wants her to step on his balls.
Can't believe I blanked on her name. Yeah, he does, though. There's just one problem, though. The red spots are in a roughly consistent pattern on each butterfly's wings and are identical on each butterfly's tails, meaning that it's likely not meconium.
That's it, Callie. There's the ounce of proof. He was setting up an argument to knock down.
And is instead the natural color pattern of the butterfly itself. There's just, Chai, that's the only problem.
You're right, I was so going to say it was the meconium, and I was wrong.
And
how did he know that was going to be the way that I argued with his airtight argument?
In other words, it's likely we have two completely different sets of butterflies.
So there's a copycat butterflyer.
And as I said, neither set belongs to Gil.
Wait, neither?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
I didn't realize that's where we were going until I said that.
But you were delineating these from Gil's butterflies earlier. When did we decide that neither of them were Gil's butterflies?
In point one, when he said that Gil is stupid, so they aren't his butterflies. I think that was point one, right? Gil is stupid.
Oh, so it's the nerve technician's butterflies. Got it. It's not Kendo's butterflies. It's one of the 3 nerve technicians.
Gil is stupid and weak, so it's probably not his butterflies, I guess. One set belongs to Colleen, the butterflies with the red spots. Based on everything you know about Colleen's story mode, we can safely assume that she is the one raising and hatching the butterflies, especially because...
So they're just there because they're hers?
Yes!
She's just like, oh dear, I'm on the phone and my butterflies got out.
Especially because they play a huge role in her own story. Gil has no hand in raising the butterflies, since it would be considered grunt work for a person like him.
He'd be like, oh, there's something magical and amazing about butterflies, the way they do this, and that's why I jerk off to them and also raise them.
He has to worry about the world, not take care of one particular species of insect.
Does he?
I guess. Your next words are, what if the butterflies aren't real? What if they're a manifestation of Gil's own power?
Yeah, but what if the butterflies aren't real? What if they're a manifestation of Gil's own power? What? Nani?
If the butterfly that emerges from its chrysalis in Colleen's story mode is any indication, the butterflies still have to be hatched. If anything, Gil can create larvae, but I really don't think the developers are going to design Gil being covered in caterpillars. What?
Who am I right now? Am I cars?
Probably.
Straight so?
Feel free to picture this to your heart's content, or don't. It's not a pretty sight. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I lost my spot for a sec. This leads to the second set of butterflies. The ones we see in cinematic story mode. The ones that are rendered in 3D so they look different. I mean, they look slightly different because they're different entirely. Yes, one butterfly touches Gil's hand, but this doesn't really mean anything as neither Gil nor Colleen react to it at all. Since neither one were really paying attention to it, and now we know through jury that the Illuminati could be easily breached, it could be entirely possible that the butterfly belongs to someone who is spying on them. Someone like it's Papalotl, the Mayan god that I mentioned in a previous theory.
Oh!
This is not a Street Fighter character. This is a god, a mythological person.
I mean, yeah, but like, so are, I mean, there's also just real world stuff in the game.
Thanks, Callie. Also, I really like the idea. It's like, we've just proved that the Illuminati can be breached pretty easily, so therefore, a god might be spying on them. What does that mean?
I mean, we all know that most organizations can't be breached by gods.
Wouldn't Gil know that the butterfly didn't belong to Colleen?
Wouldn't Gil know the butterfly didn't belong to Colleen? Wait. Ah!
No. He doesn't know who G is. He doesn't know who Nikali is. Gil is still human, and he's not omniscient, so do you think he's going to notice the subtle differences of a similar-looking blue butterfly?
Is he human, or is he just like a humanoid-shaped switch?
Do you think he's going to notice the subtle differences of a similar-looking blue butterfly, the ones Colleen has? If Colleen doesn't know, Gil doesn't know. It's Papalotl, the Aztec goddess, is closely associated with the Orizaba silk moth, which isn't a butterfly, but was considered one by the Aztecs. And yes, the colors of the moth are nowhere near the intense bright blue of the butterflies in Street Fighter, but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter!
Why not? Because of Nikali. This is his story costume.
Oh my god, what are the costumes that he gets because they had a million costumes?
The story costume is one of the core ones that they come with. Yeah, so it would be hypothetically, it's nothing. Nikali's original form is the exact shade of blue.
That is a question you would find yourself asking on every article. Mm-hmm. Because that's the point. It's a clever game of misdirection, you see. And it's putting us on his crazy train to wackiness.
Nikali's original form is the exact shade of blue that the butterflies are. So...
Wait. Oh,
wait, those are not the right butterflies. Those are the... It's the same shade of blue, see?
No, I actually think the fake butterflies are closer.
They really super are. Yeah. It's like Mayan green and teal. Like... So this leaves us with a pretty overt connection between Nikali and the butterflies. We've done it.
This is over. This is an inarguable connection.
At this point, you may be thinking that Gil may have a vested interest in Nikali because of his power, and because he is different to what the Illuminati's prophecy says, but it's more likely that Gil wouldn't be interested in Nikali at all because he is a variant. He also has no reason to help Ryu, both because Gil already has a strong interest in Alex, and because Nikali's presence would waken the Muno Ken in Ryu, which risked him showing up to defeat Bison, a man Ryu knew quite well. That's exactly what happened, which contradicts the prophecy.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that at all, and I think he was just recapping stuff that actually happened in the story, and
Muno Ken?
I don't remember what that is.
Ryu wears a red headband.
Oh.
Bison's outfit is red equals Ryu is Bison's master.
I think the Muno Ken is like the sense of emptiness that when he overcomes the Satsui no Hado. Maybe.
Oh, so when he overcomes gayness.
Well, also, when he overcomes his entire character's plot arc off screen.
I guess that would leave you with a sense of emptiness.
It literally is what happens in Street Fighter. Ryu's whole, like, one of the few consistent plot beats for the whole Street Fighter series has been Ryu struggling with, like, the killing intent inside of him, and sort of as an analogy for like he wants to get stronger and get better at fighting, but he doesn't want to kill or hurt people.
Ever since they had to create a super powerful character for Street Fighter 2, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if it actually came about in Street Fighter 2, but probably it did. I don't remember. Anyway, but like, and then in Street Fighter 5, there's literally early in the
Oh, I got over it.
early in the story mode, Ken turns to Ryu and says, "There's a thing going on." Oh, right, and they fight Nikali randomly, and then they beat Nikali, and then Ken is like, "I guess stuff is happening," and Ryu's like, "We should go," and Ken goes, "No, you should stay here and train," and Ryu's like, "Okay," and then 2 days later, Ryu shows up and is like, "I solved my character problem off screen, and I fixed, and now I'm like really powerful."
I no longer struggle with the inner the desire to become overwhelmed and kill.
Yeah, I just fixed it. I guess I was really close. I needed 2% more meditation, so I did that, and it's fixed.
Thanks,
I don't
Ken.
know.
You were right.
I was really close. Ken's like, "No, you're so close to finishing this
Now,
download."
I should listen to rich people more often.
Gil is supposed to be the one who ends Bison, not Ryu. He should have taken a more direct approach to both Nikali and Ryu. His ultimate reaction, however, says everything. Quote, "The ending is slightly different from the text written in the ancient prophecy. Could it be an inconsequential error, alone in the endless expanse of time? Perhaps."
While you all make blib blabs with your talkie flaps, I've been getting rid of all of the fallacies.
Gil continues, saying that the world is meant to become ashen and barren anyway, and suggests that he will be the one who will restore the world. In other words, it didn't matter what either Nikali or Ryu did. Gil believes he is the Messiah, and nothing anyone else does matters in the long run. He has no reason to care. It's Papalotl does, though, as Nikali is meant to...
Since I do, though. Didn't you forget to ask somebody? She says, angrily.
As Nikali is meant to fulfill his own prophecy by devouring Bison's soul. No, but okay. Therefore, the goddess needs to ensure that Nikali devours the correct person to make her own plans come to fruition.
Oh.
This character's not mentioned in the game anywhere.
That's not a thing. You're just deciding that you arbitrarily put this figure in historical mythology into this game. This was nowhere in it, but we did decide that the connection was there. Therefore,
so. Do we have any proof as to if the butterflies in the cinematic story mode belong to its Papalotl? Considering she's not even in the game, not really. There's so many words to get to that.
But, hey, you know who else isn't in the game? Ingrid.
That's true. I think she does have a costume. There's a costume of her, I think.
Yeah, well, obviously she's palette swapped Karen.
We only have the connections of the butterflies to Nikali, so to find out if the butterflies are associated with its Papalotl, we need to look at the butterflies themselves.
Oh, okay. Not really. So but now let's move on to this.
Based on the brilliant blue colors of the butterflies, I'd originally thought them to be a type of blue morpho.
Fucking casual. Of course you did.
Of which there are several species. The butterfly that looked most like the ones in the game was the Adonis Morpho. Let's quickly... I guess so.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck that up, I guess.
You know, when left to the device of looking at a butterfly and looking at a depiction of a butterfly and seeing which one looked similar, you didn't completely fuck up.
Well, except you already did fuck that up when looking at two
representations
of... You did actually fuck that up previously.
Yeah,
so...
I mean, he was confused though because the 3D modeled ones are like in those like sleep aid commercials. Those Lunalis commercials.
Please turn this paragraph into a reference to the final season of the Venture Brothers.
No, don't do that. That's a spoiler. I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't watch the last several. I sort of meant to catch up sometime. But there were odd connections that pointed to...
I can't be held accountable. It took years.
But there were some odd connections that pointed to other morpho butterflies as being the species of butterfly in SFV, particularly their names.
Jesus, shut up.
The
No.
Helenor blue morpho has a connection to Colleen, as Colleen went by the pseudonym Helen.
Jesus Christ, it's the fucking Jumble Capers. It's the Jumble Capers.
It's the Jumble Capers again. As Colleen went by the pseudonym Helen as she was recruiting people for her cause. The same could be said about the Helena morpho, which, although there is a visible white streak on the wings, could have also served as a model for the butterflies.
No,
not
the slightest.
It doesn't look the same.
No, this is a really different looking butterfly.
It's metallic and very dark blue, and has the white stripe.
That
doesn't look like it.
No. Okay, no. Go back to the original one. Real quick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's peacock blue and turquoise blue, and what we're looking at is metallic blue. Those are completely different dyes, and and then it's I think that's bone white. I want to say, yeah, it's bone white.
Well, these could be chalked up as coincidence. You don't need to chalk it up as coincidence. They're not. Whatever.
It could now. This thing that I arbitrarily decided, based on a thing I arbitrarily decided, could be chalked up to coincidence. However,
well, there doesn't. Oh. There's one morpho whose name really stood out to me. The Pallades morpho. Well, there doesn't seem to be any information on the name Pallades. Oh, there's an I there. Pallades, yeah.
Pallades.
Pallades. That I could easily find. The name stands out as a variant name of a topic I've already associated with Necali. Pallades, the star clusters.
Synchronicity, Box.
If the butterflies were indeed Pallades morphos, this thing I just made up... If they were named after a star cluster, if the Jumble Capers happened...
Oh my god, it is! It's just the Jumble Capers, just like his favorite author, Dan Brown!
Then we have indeed found the link between Necali and the butterflies, all but proving that the butterflies were associated... All but proving that the butterflies were associated with its papillado. No, they don't look like...
also doesn't look like...
They don't look like it.
No,
they don't look like it.
I believe that is, authored blue, and it blends into Sea Fog? No. I think it's Peacock again. Anyway.
I thought I had it. I thought that was going to be the final link.
Callie says, wait, you guys, look at the color of this Honda Accord from the same year that the E-Honda. Yes, you've done it. You understand Stephen Maine. You've done it, Callie. You've done it.
However, as I double-checked my research, to my dismay I realized I had completely missed one particular feature of the Street Fighter V butterflies that proved they were not morphos. Their tails. Morphos are a tailless species, meaning they don't have the extra feature on their wings.
Oh shit, I took you on this goose chase to make you realize how stupid you are.
He has to walk you through all of his thought process to make his eventual conclusions more airtight. Yeah,
because his thought process is, I've invented an argument against the thing that the stupid thing I decided, and that means that someone would say it, therefore I have to treat it as an argument, because really this is Socratic.
This was a crushing blow to my original theory, and meant I had to go back to square one. However, it didn't take me too long to find out...
There's so many words before!
There sure were. They were all useless.
We're at square one now.
Yeah. It didn't take me too long to find out exactly what type of butterfly the ones in Street Fighter V are. They're swallowtails, and the ones in the game look to be based on the Ulysses butterfly, otherwise known as the Blue Emperor. No! Still wrong! Wrong!
Really? No. That's fucking...
Still wrong. They don't have any... They're not...
That's sky blue. Into ice blue.
It's not correct. I needed confirmation, though, so I reached out to one of my mutuals to get contact information.
Mutuals! Sorry, I know, but, like, I really want to imagine. I really want to imagine Stephen Maine with fucking headmates.
To get contact information for the artist of Colleen Story Mode, Bengus, to get his take. As of the writing of this article, he hasn't responded, which I was expecting. On account of, he changed his contact information in the first place because of the last times I reached out to him.
Wait, but the artist of the Colleen Story Mode. Yeah. Not the writer.
All you would get is, they told me to put a butterfly in, so I looked one up. Like, that wouldn't be useful anyway. So I had to find someone else. The same mutual suggested reaching out to cosplayer and butterfly hobbyist Kitty Kaboom.
Oh, hell yes! An expert in the field!
Finally, we're gonna get Kitty Kaboom's take on this. I've been wondering.
I love that comic. It only lasted three issues because who wants to read about a woman? But still.
And I told her what I was seeing. Based on her analysis, she hypothesized that the butterfly in question was indeed a swallowtail, but believed that it was based on the pipevine swallowtail rather than the blue emperor.
Please do, Callie! Sankey won't talk to me.
This is also not correct.
No, that's really wrong!
I ended up suggesting the butterflies...
That's got dots of sunset orange in it!
Yeah, it sure does. I don't blame Kitty Kaboom, though. I bet she's like, oh, I don't know, it kind of looks like it has the shape of this one. Maybe they use that as a reference. Thanks for emailing me.
It sure is nice that, I love being, I respond to all attention because I'm a cosplayer.
I ended up suggesting the butterflies were hybrids, bred by Colleen for specialized characteristics.
Oh, well then.
So
wait, we're just back to it being Colleen's butterflies?
I don't even know. I guess. Maybe.
I thought we ruled that out.
I thought the whole point of this was to show that it... I guess, but he had to go back to square one because he was wrong and it wasn't the Polydias Morphos. So it's... I don't know. The Illuminati deals with genetics, so it's not out of the ordinary to say Colleen created butterfly amalgams for her own purposes.
Box says, in the end, I guess they're fictional.
This still remains a distinct possibility. However, in the absence of even circumstantial evidence within the game, this remains conjecture. So what species of butterfly are the ones in Street Fighter V?
Oh my god, you were... The fucking ridiculous thing is the first thing that you showed us was the closest.
Likely both. Both what?
Likely both.
What do you... Likely both, especially if there are two entities who control two sets of butterflies. Both what?
Both.
Both what?
Oh, no, okay, I think I follow here. It's just really badly written. I think that what he means is what species of the butterfly are the ones in Street Fighter V. Likely both as in, likely the two distinct ones, because... Obviously, these aren't the same sets of butterflies, which I've already determined. So one of them is... I'm being serious. I think that's genuinely what he means. I think he means because the butterflies in the Khalid scene and the butterflies that show up in the Nikali bullshit are... He's still saying they're different. And what he means by likely both is... Likely, we need to know what species both are, but that's a stupid thing to say because it's bad grammar.
Here's where things get interesting, though.
No, it doesn't!
The Blue Emperor is endemic to Australia, and while it's not apparent that the butterfly is native to New Zealand...
Oh, damn it! Wait. Oh, yeah, okay.
Which serves as a prominent backdrop in Street Fighter V and is the location of Charlie Nash's tomb, Australia is close enough in proximity... Australia is close enough in proximity to New Zealand for Colleen to take a side trip for butterfly collecting.
God, I thought you were just gonna go with the fact that some people refer to it's like a continental...
This is a game By the way, this little bit about, oh, well, we can justify that she was close enough to take a quick trip. This is a game where a character puts two other characters on the back of their motorcycle, drives off from Brazil, and then crashes through a window in London. That is 2 scenes later. The next time we see them, they are driving that motorcycle with both of those same people still on it through a window in London.
They were idling in that airplane for a long time.
Like, this is... You do not need to justify this.
That's right, Chai. They weren't.
They would have crashed in a 1991 Honda Accord. Thanks, Kelly.
I like this theory. 1991 Honda Accord. Thank you very much. That's how I like to refer to it.
That being said, the butterflies Colleen has in her story mode are not blue emperors, and are more likely the pipevine swallowtails, which are native to both North and Central America, including Mexico, where the Aztecs and Necalli originally hail from. The blue emperors are instead the ones we see in cinematic story mode, the ones that are controlled by its Papalotl.
No! Wait, no! You already went back on that!
Basically, if everything I've said is true, the butterfly breeds were unintentionally switched by the developers. Based on their places of origin, the ones in Colleen's story should have been in the cinematic story mode, and the ones in cinematic story mode should have been in Colleen's story!
Continuity error? What?
They made a mistake. They flipped them.
And that's why I'm right.
Oh my god, they're the same butterfly, just one of them is rendered in 3D, and it's a tiny model, so it's really simple. That's all it is. You can't be a game theorist without knowing anything about games.
I don't know. He seems to think that he can make theory about Japanese words without knowing it.
That's true.
Without having learned a single Japanese word, despite the fact that he's invented dozens of theories based on Jumbo Caper's bullshit.
Yeah. Cross-language wordplay he made up himself.
He still doesn't know he still doesn't fucking know what Ryu means. Which he should. Everyone should.
Oh. Finally, we get to the last part of this whole theory. The underlying meaning of the butterfly in the first place. It was revealed in Street Fighter III that the Illuminati had a version of the Bible called the Book of Miraha. The prophecy itself is found in verse 3:11, most likely an allusion to the Bible's Matthew 3:11, which talks about the black moons. I looked for the
this is the prequel. This is the prologue to Shadow the Hedgehog.
I looked for the They should put Shadow in Street Fighter. They shouldn't.
It's not Black.
It's too late.
It's Black Doom.
It's too late. If they were going to put him in, they would have done it at the peak of the fiscal year of Shadow. I looked for the origin of the name Miraha.
Yes. Sorry, fearless fiscal year of Shadow is still up, you guys. It's still the fiscal year of Shadow until April. They can't believe it. They fucking announced the fearless year of Shadow in April, the beginning of the fiscal year. Those fucking hacks. Nobody should give anybody related to Sonic money ever.
I looked for the origins of the name Miraha, finding the 2 variants were Hebrew. Moriah, meaning the Lord is my teacher, or alternatively, drop of the sea, bitter, or beloved.
No.
And Mirha, meaning light of Allah, nimble, or agile.
You don't get to do an alternative when you're you're clearly pulling from 2 different, fucking languages. What? Sorry.
I don't know the format of the miniseries, but do you do the things you learned at the end of those episodes? If so, how? We do have one at the end of all of them, I think.
Yes.
We recorded them all in one go.
Yeah, it was a 3-hour recording that I split into 40-minute chunks.
Yeah. Because we just kind of went in on a holiday and we're like, let's do shit. Let's do shit.
It was... Wait, was it Thanksgiving? It was the day that they announced it.
It was Thanksgiving because we had a nice meal before.
Oh, after that?
I'm 70% sure.
Oh, well, all I know is that it was the same day that they announced they were going to stop support for them's fighting herds.
Well, I guess that dates it exactly.
And it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. Happy holidays, your game isn't being supported, fuckfaces.
After some more searching, however, I found the exact definition of the name. The word Miraha is Somali rather than Hebrew and means fruit. Quite literally, Book of Miraha means Book of Fruit. If the Illuminati sees its members as fruit...
Okay, well, now that we've decided that that's objectively what's happening here...
If the Illuminati sees its members as fruit, with the very shady means of how they do things, the Illuminati could be seen as rotting fruit.
Okay... Why?
I'm probably going somewhere.
Oh, is this gonna be like a goofy... This is his... Okay, so another thing that Stephen Mayne does is that at the end, he has a little tongue-in-cheek sort of thing that he does.
Sometimes it's like a funny little twist, like who knows, but sometimes it's also like the big drop of like, here's a super layer to the theory that I'm dropping at the end.
Yeah, but like, it's his way of trying to like... It's his way of trying to save face, and like it's his way of trying to be like, haha, we're all in on the little game, right, guys? Even though everything I said was obnoxiously obtuse and insane, it's just a fun little game we're all playing.
Oh, I think it's a way to try and either blow your mind or leave you with something to really think about.
I mean, I think it's also that, but because he's a person, He's a person who assumed himself a brand representative because he put some fucking ad on his page. So he's got a very tenuous grasp of the difference between like how to present himself as a product and how to present himself as a person.
Coincidentally or not, rotting fruit is a way to attract butterflies who end up feeding on it.
Motherfucker.
Like Nikali, they're just looking for a meal. Boom! Bam!
Nikali wants
Boom.
to eat Ryu. Right? Does Nikali wants to eat Ryu?
He wants to eat strong people.
So yeah, he wants to eat Ryu.
Yeah.
And then he ends up doing nothing. And
he tries to... He attacks Ryu and Ken, and they fight him off, and then Ken says, Ryu, you should stay here. Then he attacks Bison, who fights him off. Then he attacks Dulcim, who fights him off. And then I think he attracts Ryu again, who kills him and turns him back into mud. But, like, it's not killing him, because he uses his super nothingness powers. And then Nikali just turns into mud, and then he is gone from the second half of the story. And he wasn't important to the first half. And he's the villain on the box of the game. So let's all eat butterflies. There. Now you believe all the stuff that he just said.
yeah, see? We did it. We solved the mystery of the butterfly effect.
Right. That was the thing we were trying to figure out is who had the butterflies. And the answer is the Illuminati is rotting fruit.
Yep.
That was the answer to the question we asked. This isn't even a 50th, Callie. He had... Hold on.
He has...
Oh, it's gonna load each page. Here, I can just keep... Oh, I can't hit page down.
He has years. Like, there were a couple years where he was slower, and he's definitely slower now because all of his bullshit was bullshit.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 just doesn't have a... Despite having a lot of story, doesn't have a lot of story.
What are the comments?
There
honestly,
aren't.
Sparing.
There's almost no comments, but I guess this is the first...
Occasionally, he gets one... Oh, no, but the comments are pinged back from himself, is what they usually are. Sometimes, though, there is, like, one or two comments that's like, lol, cool funny thing, bro. This is him pinging back twice.
I think we've only seen comments, like, once. Oh, this is the comment from Super Veritech that he mentioned.
The butterfly one. In my theory, Jatepe and the Seven Sisters, which you also didn't want to explain.
I mentioned that Giuseppe is indeed a reference to the Brazilian space program. But no, for the most part, he gets nothing. Like, he gets no feedback. When he talks about his muchos on Twitter, like, he doesn't have a network of people. It's not true. I've gone to his Twitter, and, like, nobody responds to his stuff. And when they do, it's clear that they stumbled across it isolated.
TopGames.gg, or whatever it was called. But TopGames.gg, or whatever it was called.
He got... There were, like, 1 or 2 YouTube videos he made, I think before this blog existed, that outlined slightly less crazy and...
The theory of G and Q.
I don't think it was that. I think it was, like, a less crazy theory. That still wasn't very good, but it was the kind of thing that got reposted. Was
it Karen? Was it...
Probably.
It was, Ingrid.
Might have been. Yeah, I think it was an Ingrid one. And it was, like, a little bit more presented as, like, a fan theory, like, not trying to prove that it's actually canon, just, like, here's some things. I still don't think it was good, but I think it was sane enough that it got reposted a few places and people skimmed over it and were like, that's amusing.
With the .gg.
Yeah. And, like, very minimal positive reaction to that, or any reaction to that. But that was enough to make him go, like, I need to do this forever.
We might be the most knowledgeable...
Yes.
...of the Stephen Mayne oeuvre. In the same way that the F+ might be the only people in existence who have read any single page of the Dozer Fleet Founder.
I have seen places on the internet. If you search for Dozer Fleet, you can find people talking about him if you look hard enough.
Well, he also does Sims mods, so...
That's true.
As we discovered.
That's true.
Semaphore! The color change wig!
So, that's Stephen Mayne.
And that's The Legend of Zelda.
And that's The Legend of Zelda. And I guess I'm gonna do the whole second quest. Why not?
You've been pretty, you've had your mind boggled by the first 2 levels. What more does the second quest have in store for you?
I can't wait to see what they spell with all of the letters. EA. Sports, it's in the game. It's the next dungeon is probably sports. It's gonna spell out sports.
Callie gave it away. It's Eat Frank.
Eat Frank. They've been waiting for me to play for so long. Or possibly someone else named Frank. But I don't think there's anyone else named Frank. I think I'm the only one. If there's another Frank, they probably don't play games. Thanks for coming, everybody! I'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. And don't worry, Frank's real name isn't also a video game name. Bye!
Boo!